What's up, y'all? Welcome to Best of 2025 Watch, where we play the latest games in search of the greatest games of the year. And today we are playing Wanderstop. This game, sort of, one of its big claims to fame is that's from the makers of the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide. I've played the Stanley Parable, but not the Beginner's Guide. However, this is a very different type of game. This is a, in part, tea shop management game with a bit of, with definitely like a seemingly a strong narrative through line. Full disclosure, Jenny Wyndham is on the comms team with Ivy Road, which is the developer of this game. I work with Jenny on the Indie Council, which is an indie podcast that I do. Going to do the job as usual. And admittedly, like, full transparency, I was interested in this game before Jenny started working for them. And now it's like, well, am I not going to play the game because Jenny's working for them? So, but obviously, I do want y'all to have all that information just because that's how I do my content. If I have any disclosures, I like to disclose them. But let's get into it.
My name is Alta. And
Same.
I'm a fighter. When you're in a fight with someone, only one thing matters.
Oh, I do believe I might need to drop the settings a little bit on this game.
Are you in control or not? Because if you're not, here's what happens.
But we'll look into that
You
after
get
this cutscene.
hard. You feel scared. You submit. But if you do the work, if you put in the hours, if you give yourself no excuses, then you take back control. That feeling right there. The moment when you realize that your pain does not have to be an impediment, but it can be what drives you. That's the reason why I became a fighter. It's why I pushed myself harder than anybody I have ever known. I trained like my life depended on it. I did the time. I put in the work. And so, to this day, I have not lost a fight in 3.5 years. Undefeated for that long. God, it took everything, but I earned it. This is what I devoted my entire life to. Finally. I'm here. I made it. I can... I lost? How? No. I must have gotten sloppy. Complacent. I must have slacked on my training. I'm so stupid! But I can use this failure to push myself even harder. Train myself back up better than ever. Right. Maybe the loss was actually a lesson I needed. Once I've made it back to the top, I'll never allow...
That's honestly so funny. Like, the cut of that.
I'm a failure.
I know this is, like, dark, but
I'm weak.
the dramatic cut did give me a little bit. Very chicory core of an opening, for sure.
I don't deserve it.
But, like, darker, quicker. Nice visual.
Snap out of it, Alta. Do not go to that place again. Take responsibility. This can be fixed. Only one person in the world is good enough to train me back up. Master Winters. She was an unrivaled fighter in her time. A god. She'll know what to do. Her home lies deep within a forest, at the edge of the world. I'll find her no matter what it takes. I'll do whatever she demands of me. And when I leave this place, it will be on nobody's terms, but mine.
It's like, this is what my burnout needs, a sabbatical, you know? Well, I'm already immersed. The storytelling's pretty good. Yeah, I also think this is like a nice setup. Yeah, it feels good. It's refreshing to have something to chase again. What kind of training will Master Winters put me through? I'm sure it'll be brutal. God, I hope it's brutal. I just have to, Wow, I'm tired. You can rest or keep moving. Right, I can't slow down, can't hesitate. Hesitation is why I lost those fights. I was lazy. I let myself get complacent. I have to ensure that will never happen again. That's all that matters. I have to. Wait, what's going on? My sword suddenly feels so heavy. What happened? Ugh, I can't carry it. Oh, well, to pick up your sword. Pick it up. What are you doing? No, this is impossible. I've carried this sword with me every day for more than 7 years. It's a part of my body at this point. What's wrong with me? Do I leave the sword here? Can I do that? I don't know. If I have another choice, I'll never find Master Winters at the pace I'm going. Fine, I'll just leave it here for now. Then as soon as I find her, we'll come get the sword and resume the training. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. It feels good to move quickly. You know what? I'm gonna go full toxic. We're just gonna keep going. Don't stop, keep moving. This is exactly what took to become undefeated. As long as I prove myself to Master Winters, she'll know what to do next. She'll fix me. She'll fix all of this, right? I can be fixed. Just finished it earlier today. Loved it. Nice. Happy to hear it. A very good morning, miss. Good to see you are awake. I have to go. Ugh. My goodness, you are not feeling well. I can't stay here. I need to leave. Oh, I see. How delightful. Say, Boro would very much like a cup of tea. Which is to say, this one's name is Boro. A pleasure to be making your acquaintance. And are you having a name as well? Alta. Wonderful. Welcome to Wanderstop, Miss Alta. I'm surprised that this is a third-person game. Yeah, I guess what we just expected, like first-person, like walking sim vibes. Wanderstop is the name of my tea shop. You see right there in front of us. As long as I'm making tea, would Miss Alta like some tea as well? No. An acceptable answer. Tea only for Boro, then. Wait. Did you carry me all the way here from the forest? Indeed, it seems I'm still having the upper body strength of my youth. Boro was once, fastidious? Okay. About developing his triceps, if you can imagine. My sword, we have to go back and get my sword. Oh, not to worry. Boro already retrieved the sword. It was lying not far from where I found you. Ah, 2D spirit-like kind of vibe. Okay, spirit bearer. And you? You could pick up the sword? Did it feel really heavy? No, I don't believe so. Just the normal sword weight. Is the sword supposed to be heavy? Of course not. It's just a sword. Indeed, we're in agreement that a sword is and it's normal weight. May I ask what brought you here to this forest? I'm looking for someone. I see. For fun? Master Winters is a legendary warrior. She lives somewhere out here. I need her to train me. So fun. Wonderful. Now then, it is time for the tea Boro promised himself. Very exciting. Something has occurred to me. You said you are not wanting to drink tea? But perhaps you'd wish to help me make tea. The making of tea, it is good for the soul and body. Perhaps help you recover. I'll say, I'll be leaving here soon. Yes, very well. But think of yourself and what you have just been through. You've collapsed. You're clearly exhausted. You've been through so much. Think how much stronger you'll be if you rest here for a moment or two. You can run back into the woods. Yes, it's true. Or you can briefly relax here while keeping your hands occupied. What is there to lose by spending a few easy minutes making tea? And then, of course, get back straight to your exciting adventures in the forest. Pick character design here. Yeah, friend. Nothing but momentary diversion. What do you say? Do not feel like... Oh, sorry. If you wish to help make tea, come speak with me. I would be glad to show you how. It is entirely up to you. Please take your time and be well. Is there a version of the game where I just walk away and die in the forest? Imagine it's just me sitting again. Oop. Oh. What if I just left? I hate it here. Do I just pass out and he brings me back? Oh my god, do I want to try it? You know what? Yeah, I'm just curious what the game does, because it lets me leave. I gotta know what happens here. I did not do this in my, I did a brief preview of the game. McKee, no thanks. This is awesome. What a joke, Boro. Stupid name. Remember, Alta, don't lose sight of why you're here. Find Master Winters. Train with her. She's the only option. She's the only option I have. I'll find her if I just work a little harder. I can do that. I can work harder. I've always just worked harder. Yeah, dig up, Alta. This is the way to go. I knew that was gonna happen, but I didn't want to see it happen. Welcome back. Another exciting adventure in the forest, it seems. How? Please be careful not to push yourself too hard. You've been a great deal of stress. I thrive on stress. Very big talk from someone who just passed out twice. Generally speaking, collapsing from exhaustion is, how to phrase it, not intended. This isn't exhaustion. Something's just wrong with me. Is the thing that's wrong with you exhaustion? No, it's something else. I don't know what. Whatever it is, Master Winters can help me. Ah, yes. Silly of me to think it was exhaustion. Well then, I believe I will be returning back to look at the shop. As always, you're welcome to join me making tea, but it's your decision to be making. Wish you the best. Maybe Boro would just put something in the forest air, and this is how he gets workers, you know? We don't know what kind of turn this story can take. We don't know this guy. I am kind of curious how many times I can do that, but not enough to do it, because that's just not that's not that fun to me. I also think I often fall victim of exploring before doing the introductory tutorials, which usually afterwards you can explore anyway. So I'm just gonna actually beeline just for a little bit. Oh, you decided to join me. I'll do this until I'm well enough to travel. Very good. I am understanding completely. Now then, we must be showing you the steps to make tea. If we're going to do this properly, we must harvest our own ingredients. No cutting corners at Wanderstop. Please, won't you come with me? I will show you the maintenance room to gather our tools. I do really like being able to see things and key items. Like, it's cool to be able to see where he is. Okay, okay. Speaking of which, I'm like, where is he? Welcome to the maintenance room. Here you'll find all sorts of useful tools for running a tea shop. For instance, the tools that we must use to dry the tea leaves. Do you see that basket right there? Go ahead and pick it up. With the basket in hand, you can gather tea leaves that have grown outside. Just scoop them right into your basket. No trimming required. Remember, you'll need an entirely full basket before the tea drying process can begin. And then we put the basket leaves in the bowls, and then they dry themselves. And then you have to use all the tea bushes that are in the front shop, and you can always find out more in the clearing. We regrow in plentiful numbers along the outer edge of the clearing, so you don't have to worry about them running out. Cool. Okay, it shows the basket fullness in the corner. A perfect amount. Excellent. Please come with me to discuss the next steps. Also, didn't have to knock down anything. I think it's just that I was told on Steam Deck you might have to knock down the like quality to make it not run like badly, but my computer can handle this fine, which is great because it's very old. You said the tea's okay to dry. It takes several minutes. Once they've dried, you put them in a tea ball. We can put the tea ball out of our minds for now. The next step is to do a bit of gardening. Perhaps you already saw the wall of tools behind you. Each of them can help us in some way. These are the cutest tools. I love the little froggy watering can. Played on medium and I didn't have any issue with the frame rate. Did heat up the deck a bit and chew through the battery. Yeah, I think medium is the way to go for that. Press X to stash items. Okay, so then I can stash the basket, open a pocket, D-pad, and then, okay, yeah. Can I just grab everything? Okay, and then I just... Okay, yep. Hello. So when I did this part in the demo, not the demo, in the preview that I did, I messed this up. So I'm going to try not to mess it up this time. As you can see, we already have a blue fern here in the garden. We can grow this simple plant into a larger one, almost like magic. Imagine a grid surrounding the fern. You would plant 2 additional plants on either side. They form a line, and then the fern in the middle, so I have a right here, arm, becomes a plant egg. Okay. So this first part was not too bad for me. Of course, you can be making these plants anywhere in the clearing that you'd like, not just the garden. But I like to put them in the garden, basically. So why don't you make the line? And talk to me when it's done. So it's got to be, they're next to each other. So boop. And then boop. I finished making the plant egg. Fantastic. The next step is to be watering it. Okay, watering can. I think it's like I do have to fill it up with water, right? Yeah. Okay, watering can does need to be filled. How do y'all feel about needing to fill your watering can versus not? Yay or nay? I know Fields of Mystria, you don't have to fill up the water, I believe. Oops. I feel like I haven't done enough gardening in games to actually have a big opinion on the watering can. But I'm curious what y'all think. This feels like it gives you a good amount of water in it, so I think I'm okay with it, but... You water the plant egg. Once you water the egg, it will grow into a hybrid plant. You like the infinite water, yeah. Yeah, I mean, infinite water, easy case to make. You just have it. The plant you have made is what I call a small hybrid. I will say if I have the watering can, I do like to have stuff that you like can spec into to make it easier. Like after a while, I like to have like automated systems. But again, I think this game is a lot more like storyline that happens to have cozy mechanics through it, more so than like run your tea shop empire. But we'll see. That's just what I've heard. The plant you have made is called a small hybrid. Try using your watering can on it again. It will grow even more seeds. This way, you could be using small hybrids to make as many new plants as you like. Once you've picked a fresh new seed from the small hybrid, please let me know. Fuck, I like didn't retain any of that. Oops. Like I read it all and I was like, what? I think it's okay, so I get the seeds. I think that's the thing. Okay. But then what did he say after that? I'm just gonna go back and ask him. Okay, I got more seeds. Maybe he didn't say anything after that. Excellent. Next step. It's gonna be written down anywhere? Yes, of course. All this is written down in a book in our library. I point you to it later. Okay. Under small hybrids, large hybrids? Yay! Okay. Produce it. Large hybrids do fruit. Okay, remember how we did the line? This is the part I messed up. So I gotta lock in. Well, to make a large hybrid, instead, we use this triangular pattern. You do not have to reuse any plants we have planned to make a small hybrid. This is entirely a new shape. Simply use the blue seeds to make a triangular pattern. Okay. Okay, I think I have this time. I think I have it this time. Hold on. Yes. Great. I did it. I did it. Yeah. Fucking pro gamer right here. We got little items. Can I not carry more than just one thing at a time? Maybe not. I made fruit. Okay. Yay. The fruit. Chip. We'll be using it in our tea momentarily. I will tell you, though, if you wish, there are many more hybrids to discover. We have a large variety of large hybrids and small hybrids that can be made using these patterns. Field guide has other patterns. You can understand the attributes. Do you feel accomplished? Sure, why not? I will accept it. However, we are now done with gardening. It's time to make the tea. Come on, let's go inside. I'll explain the tea machine to you. This is what the field guide looks like, which I was very lucky to get a little PR package for this game, and it came with this little field guide, a physical version, which is cool. My back is just so stiff today. Every couple of shrooms, my back is just mad stiff. Okay. Hi. Okay, back into the tea shop. Tea making will crush the mind. If this is too much information, then perhaps we should take a small break, relax our minds a bit. Oh, Bora could tell a joke. I'll take the joke. A librarian and a farmer are eating dinner in a fancy restaurant. Suddenly, one of them notices a sign that says no librarians or farmers are allowed. They both become quite scared that they're going to get kicked out of the restaurant. When suddenly the farmer removes his mask and reveals he's actually an astronaut. Or maybe, actually, hang on. If they were eating dinner in space and the sign says no astronauts. Ah, yes, that is much funnier. Are you improvising this joke? Yes. Why? What's up, Takashi Katano? Or is it a more organic feeling for the joke? The way the humor is light and fresh. Wouldn't you agree? Fine, but this better make me laugh. Yes, of course. Where were we? The librarian and the farmer are eating dinner in a restaurant in space, and the sign says no astronauts are allowed. This means there is no concern of them being kicked out of the restaurant until, well, they remove their masks. They are both astronauts. Oh, this is such a tragedy. Sure, they're going to be kicked out of the space restaurant, but then let's see. The sign removes its mask too. It isn't a sign after all. It's the dessert menu. They both order dessert. One asks for custard, and the other asks for banana split. Then after the dessert, they leave the restaurant and go to a movie theater. Is this joke going somewhere? Miss, this is all part of the process. Humor cannot be rushed. Yeah, but it has to get somewhere eventually. Do not worry. With Captain Boro in charge, the joke boat will be steered into a harbor of laughs. Okay, so after dinner, they go to the movie theater and they look at the movies that are playing. Many movies are showing. There's some comedies, some dramas, and a couple horror films. And let's see. Oh, I've got it. Here's the punchline. One of the astronauts says, "How about this movie? It's called The Train That Ran Out of Fuel." And the other one says, "No thanks. I hear it really loses steam at the end." You get it? The movie and the train both lose steam. What was the point of the astronauts? What was their host section of the joke where they ate dinner and took off their masks? Ah, that was character building, creating context. You see, for the first half of the joke is to get you to care about them, invested in the story. Oh, meta? Little meta-textual commentary? Okay. No, I'm not. I don't care about astronauts at all. Alright. I'll refine the thing. Behold the tea machine. Okay, I mean, that was like weird vibes, but I kind of fucked with it. He's like, I'm just here to hang out. You're here to move, and I'm here to be. The tea machine is the most vital part of preparing the drinks. Is it user-friendly? Miss, I do not even know. But for your convenience, I will add a few pages to your field guide. The tea machine. It explains how you make the tea. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like Alta in that I'm like, I want to go. Let me make the tea. I will show you the steps to do it. Climb on the ladder at the top of the rope to access parts of the tea machine. I'm gonna pull it on the rope and to get as much water as you can. Okay. I'll hold down the water. How much water do I need? This feels like way too much water. Next step is to heat the water. Simply climb down the ladder and reach the bellows. I do enjoy a little fish minigame vibe. Now that is some steaming hot water. Oh my god. Okay. You are doing quite well so far, managing our complicated tea machine with ease. Tell me, are Borrow's instructions helpful? Would you rather be figuring out the rest of the machine on your own? I like the instructions, yeah. Next, you rotate the ladder to reach the valve, and then you kick the valve to put the water in the infuser. Oh, just whoop. Whoop. Just like that, the water scurries into the infuser. Oh. While the infuser is in the open position in front of you with an item in your hand, you can reach the infuser from the bridge or while sitting on the ladder, whichever you prefer. You can toss something in. Right, to actually, like... I need the T-ball things. Is the thing. Don't I? Let's just do that. I think that's right. Or not? Just the fruit for now? I don't know. Let me go up there. Bro, was that right? He didn't tell me anything. Let me just see. Do I just need the T-ball thing? I think I do. Hey, a specific egg. Thanks for the raid with the party of 47. Okay, I know where to get the T-ball, actually. Welcome in, raiders. What were you getting into? What were you playing? My name is Jen Garcia, aka Gameonysus. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch and a game critic, content creator, and podcaster off of Twitch. I stream 2 times a week, Tuesday, Friday, 3 p.m. PT, Tuesday, long form Let's Play. It's Persona 5 Royal for the first time. Friday, today, Best of 2025 watch where we play the latest games in search of the greatest games of the year. So if you want that variety, which is what a variety streamer tends to offer anyway, come through on Fridays. Might be the, oh my gosh, the time for you. Can I throw this from here? Yeah, okay. Yay. Today we're playing Wanderstop, which is a cozy tea shop sim management game with a strong narrative through line. Allegedly, maybe, possibly. First time playing, we'll see. So it's like a story game that has tea shop management mechanics, essentially. Hi Janet, we were checking out Slime Heroes for the first time. How was it? Also an egg raid in this economy. I'm sorry, a specific egg. You probably get a lot of economy. I mean, I don't know if you're US based, but you might get a lot of like, the eggs are really expensive in the United States. I'm guessing a lot of everyone makes that stupid joke. So sorry for being being part of the stupid joke problem. That's my bad, and I will be better. Yes, I do, and hey, I get it. Yeah. An egg in this trying time? Hey, I'm still buying a lot of eggs. I'm going down with the egg ship. I love eggs. Okay, so I did this part. How do I make it chip? Right, okay, yeah, and the fruits. Okay, yeah. Right, and I made the fruit already. So now I just need to do how to make the tea then, I guess. Because I already put the stuff in there. Oh, he's not going to tell me anymore. I just have to go. Oops. Okay. I do like that you can look at it on the ladder. I'm almost done making the tea anyway, but... Why? I'm glad that that pulls that up really easy. Oops. Hold on. Tasks. Transfer to the other thing. Okay. Let's go up. Let's go up. Oops. Nice. Yeah, I enjoy how involved this process is. I know for some people maybe not so much, but I feel like every management sim, even though this isn't like only management sim, it does seem very story heavy, will be to go up the ladder and fill an empty cup. Then pull the rope into the teacup. That's it. Multiple cups from the same batch. Sorry, what else was I going to say about this? I was going to say, yeah, so this just kind of gives it something to make it different. Oh. No. This is the tea you made? Yep, here it is. Yep, here it is. Yep, here it is. Delicious. It is everything that Bora was hoping for. Won't you join me on my favorite bench? I think this would be a perfect place to enjoy the tea. Fine. That's the spirit. Okay, what can I... No, let me pour my cup of tea. Ah, delightful. A cup of tea, a nice view, a new acquaintance. Tell me, do you find the scenery as enchanting as I do? Is it a feast for your eyes? It's fine. Ha, I will take it. I must say, to hear a note of positivity from you is a beautiful thing, like a ray of sunshine. There are things I like. Oh, do tell, what is bringing you joy? Winning a tournament. Ah, so I suspected. I would not have guessed that you knit on the weekends. Oh, okay, well, damn. I've knitted, but I don't like it. For me personally, there are a few satisfactions in the world, quite like running a tea shop. Make a warm drink, put in the hands of your customers. Yum, what a feeling. If ever you put your mission on hold, I'm always here, or I'm always looking for help here at the shop. Ah, wait, put my mission on hold? What exactly do I, why exactly would I do that? I simply mean if it is possible for you to decide to stop looking for this Master Winters. If that were to happen, you would be welcome to stay here, and what are you talking about? You think I'm someone who would give up on this? It could happen. People are changing their course all the time. Perhaps you're not able to find her or simply tired. It is normal to... Wait, no, stop right there. You've known me for 10 minutes and you're talking about how you think I'd quit. I've devoted every day of my life to this, every single day for years and years, and I'll be damned if this sung and calls fallacy is gonna get one over on me. You have no idea the sacrifices I've made, the pain I've endured. You can't even begin to imagine. Do you understand that fighting is one of the single things I've spent my life on? I can't give it up. I'm so sorry, miss. I was not meaning to touch a nerve. It's not a nerve, it's me. You're talking about me. If I don't find Master Winters, then I can never be the person I want to be ever again. But you think I should give it up? Live in mediocrity for the rest of my life? Just serve tea and trying to spend every single day thinking about how I let everything, and had everything and let it slip away? Do you want me to fail? Would it feel good to see the big, strong warrior have to fall and cry and beg for help? Miss, can I... Yo, what's his name? Boro? Boro about to get his ass beat. And he's like, I just want to know where the bus stop was. What am I doing here? Why am I even having this conversation? Is this good? It's too soon to tell. It's cool so far. I don't have any gripes, but I don't also have a lot of commentary. Why can I not lift up my own sword? It doesn't make any sense. I need to get out here. I need to get out of here right now. Oh, so I was gonna do that anyway. Okay, I did that earlier for funsies. So what's gonna happen? Oh, and Slime Heroes was fun. Nice. Hell yeah. I can't give up, man. This would be more interesting if I didn't already do this. Let me do the rest a moment and just see what happens.
Why are you here in this forest?
I considered buying it, but since the genre is a little out of my wheelhouse, I started Gravity Rush Remastered. I gotta play that.
I lost and there was no good reason. I lost. It was so stupid. I was undefeated for over 3 years. Remember how bad it felt, Alta? How you wanted to die? That's why you're here, in this forest. Hold on to that feeling. Hold on to that anger.
Yes, this is the motivation I need. I need the fear, the anger I need to lose. I can use it to get better. Look at me, I'm back. Do you like this, huh, Burrow? You think I should quit because it got hard? Maybe once I'm back to normal, I find him just so I can show him how strong. Oh, there you are, coming around again. I must say, continuing to carry you from the forest is reinvigorating Boros triceps. Oh, you feeling any better? Okay, I hope I apologize to Boro, though. Something's wrong with me. What's going on? What's wrong with me? Miss, I'm not seeing anything wrong with you. A collapsible to time does not like me. Yes, what a surprise that a person pushing themselves to the brink of exhaustion would collapse. It's a mystery. I'm completely baffled. I put myself to the brink of exhaustion every day for years, and this has never happened. Well, perhaps this is a result of pushing yourself to the brink of exhaustion every day for years. Yeah, Boro's fucking making some points. The days add up, miss. I will say, I guess, quick comments so far, because we've mostly just done story. We haven't, and we did like a mechanical tutorial. It's cool. I think narratively, it's got some cool stuff. I do think it's a little, it's like a smidge sort of obvious, but it's not so, like, I think it's like on the right side of like, is this too almost, yeah, let me guess. It's going to be like about relaxing, and then the person's not going to relax, and then they're going to relax kind of vibe. It feels like it has a couple more flavors to that. Yeah. I'm not okay with it. Not okay with the body having physical limits? Yes, we will find out a complaint form right away. Miss Alta, you were tired. Like, I kind of want Boro to snap on Alta, but I guess Boro is just a better person than me. I'm like, I feel like it's more realistic if he's like, okay, fine, you asshole. Like, I don't know. Obviously it's not expected from the creator of Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide. Yeah, I have not played the Beginner's Guide actually. It is palpable. You radiate exhaustion. I'm not a scientist doctor. I did not do the 14 years of scientist doctor school, but it is obvious what you need is some time to rest. Take your attention off this task of yours and just let the mind wander. Like, I wouldn't mind. I guess I don't need him to curse her out, but I do kind of wish he, like, I don't know. I kind of wish he was mean. I wish he was meaner, which sounds crazy. That's like a me problem. I'm like, I want to be meaner to me. That sounds unproductive. Extremely. Now you're understanding. It's also being so productive is causing you great harm, it would seem. But if I can find master winners, any pain I put myself through now will be worth it. Miss, I cannot make you stay here. You are welcome to return to the forest. You can go out there and run to your heart's content. You can collapse again and again and again if that's what you want. And then one of these times you will be collapsing for good. But here in the tea shop, you could spend some time relaxing. Will it fix you? No. But it may let you heal just a little bit. So here's what I'm suggesting. Stay here and help me run the shop, just for now. The work is simple, but it's enjoyable. It's not hard. And we have no goals to meet, no schedule to keep. We work on our own time. Yo, freelance life, let's go, Boro. What's up? It might be a good way to take your mind off things and just relax. Then when you feel at 100% strength, away you go. Simple, restful, no obligations. I'm trying to crack my back because my back is just so stiff. Yeah, it just, like, so the thing with the Stanley Parable of it all, what do you say, is I don't get the sense, and I'm like right at the start of the game, and I do not know anything about this game narratively in terms of spoilers. Like, no one has spoiled any parts of the game for me. But the way the streets have talked about this game, and my peers have talked about this game, obviously some of them have beaten the game and some haven't. So there's also that caveat, but it doesn't seem like it's as like the shocking reveal or like the twist of interest, which I don't know. I guess on one hand, again, I never played Beginner's Guide, but Stanley Parable didn't feel like a game of shocking reveals. I think the game itself was shocking. Like, it was an unconventional structure and interesting, and it was like something that when you play Stanley Parable, you're playing with what the designer thought of, and I feel like this game is just a lot more of a traditional package, it seems. I don't think that means that it won't have things that do maybe surprise me in the narrative or whatever, but the idea that I feel like when this game was talked about, and maybe we as the audience / critics built it up in our head, maybe it wasn't really the marketing and it was just in my mind, but I think a lot of people were expecting this game to like crack in half and then turn into something like completely different, and it seems like maybe that part doesn't happen, which I also wonder how much of that weighed on people, because I feel like I definitely have heard, I know people that really love this game, I know people that like this, I kind of know everybody in like a range. I guess I don't know anyone that hates it, but I feel like for some people they're like, I thought there'd be more and there wasn't. Not sure where I'm gonna end up, and I do play a lot of these games though also, so I'm like, I think I also just have that different perspective. Like, for a lot of people saw the name Stanley Parable, Beginner's Guide, and they said, I'm gonna play this no matter what, and then realized, oh wait, it is still a narrative T game. Like, it's not gonna crack in half and become, I think people were expecting like more of an Inscription style, like mind fuck to it, and I don't know that there is a mind fuck in this game. Maybe there is. I just have, you know, I don't know, because I don't really know the right, but I just wanted to speak to that a little bit because I think it's been an interesting part of the conversation. It is playing it much straighter than those games, but I think it has more to say than what it's delivering in the first hours. I probably believe that's true too, you know? I'm gonna say nothing because I'm an ass. Do not worry, nobody's forcing anything. You can leave or stay at any time. How about this? I will be in the shop tending to what is needed. If you like to try running the tea shop, when speaking to me, take your time, no rush. For me, the way I'm looking at this game is I'm just looking at it like just a game. I'm not trying to, you know, draw comparisons. I love to say ... to people in games. Yeah, just like the silence. Like, I don't need this game to crack in half and become a wild thing. I guess what I'm looking for in this game is what I'm looking for in any game that is in this style, which is like a fun, engaging tea making mechanic and like tea shop running mechanics and a good story, because this does, I think, position itself more as a story game. So for me, right now where the story lands, it's solid. I don't think it's, you know, the thing I'm always going to this year, I feel like, is like face melting, eye bleeding. It's not face meltingly good. I'm not like, oh my God, they're fucking eating. But I'm not like, oh, really? Okay. You know, I'm not, what's the word? I don't find like their storytelling to be cliche in any way. I think there's some really, I'm just running around to talk for this moment right now. Like, I don't really feel, you know, eye rolled by the story. Not the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Actually, I'm not familiar with Raiders of the Lost Ark, I gotta be honest. And that's fine as well. Like, I don't necessarily need, not every game is going to be the greatest narrative game of all time. I'm looking for everything, you know, narratively, right? What's going on with like the dialogue. I wasn't in love with the little joke thing they did in like, if you guys were here the whole time, like when it was like, oh, do you need a break? And then he tells his joke. I wasn't obsessed with that, but I was intrigued by it because I do think it was unexpected and odd and sort of was gesturing towards components of the game that are about, you know, relaxing. And I think what's going to be interesting about this game that I'm curious to see unfold is this game is a management game, but it's a relaxing management game. Allegedly, or apparently, or it's trying to be. And I wonder how those are going to do together, because I do think management stuff is interesting because it tends to like, it's relaxing in the sense that like you like to do it, but they're not necessarily like chill, just hang out games. Like, they do require a lot of planning and a lot of work. And I think Boro saying that, I forgot how he described the tea making process. I think he said, like, it keeps you busy, but it's not hard. Which there's definitely been sims that are like that as well, where it's not like your head's on a swivel for every simulator game, especially ones that are more story-based. They tend to be, in order to have story, they remove the go-ness of running a shop. Like, Strange Horticulture is one of those ones that comes to mind. So yeah, I'm looking for, like, what's that satisfaction level going to be like? What are some fun, like, dialogue differences, and also I'm looking for what things are they able to pull off that might be a little bit more on the subtle end, because I do think they're leaning a bit more towards the obvious stuff, and I want to but they're leaning in that in like a solid way. It doesn't feel contrived. At the same time though, I definitely am looking forward to and hoping for some stuff that's like in varying shades, you know. I want the details, not just the thicker marker lines, which I do feel like so far in the story, it's a bit on the thicker side, but we're also just starting, so I'm not really expecting wild nuance yet either. But that's where I'm at with it right now. Okay, you're filling up for helping me run the shop then. Briefly, as soon as I can pick up my sword again, I'm out of here. Of course, very split second. The very split second, you are well enough. Besides, I owe you for carrying me out of the forest. So if I was in your debt for that, consider the debt repaid. It sounds like a very equitable business exchange. So what's first? What's first is that we must get better acquainted with the shop. Please come with me. La la la. Do, 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 do. Nice little dust. Pick up animation. Welcome back to the maintenance room, Miss Alta. The last time you were here, I pointed you in this direction of the watering can. But I did not tell you much about the other tools. They're also quite useful. Of course, you probably know this, seeing as you've already taken them from the rack. Do appreciate when a game knows what I've done in it. Which this is going to be a funny game to play, too, because it's like any game where I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's start with the mechanics. Let's start with the game. But it's, like, meant to be a game that's like, we're taking it slow. And I'm like, okay, but later. Let me speed up through this part. You must be feeling eager. Do shop management work, eh? Dude, I'm feeling so fucking eager. I cannot fucking wait. Alta may be an asshole, but I am an asshole who likes management sims. The broom is useful for sweeping up any unsightly leaf piles that gather outside. If you find any trinkets hidden in the leaves, welcome to keep free stuff. Let's go. Any weeds, you get them with the clippers. Okay, am I weird for thinking that's relaxing to do some weeding? Quite a bit of information, yes. I will add these to your field guide. That way it is all conveniently written down. I hope you'll be taking good care of the shop tools. Boro is quite fond of them. Also, did you see the little trains on the rails? This is our dishwasher. So cute. So cute. When a cup is dirty, you can place it in one of the dishwashing train cars. Okay. Then the cup will be dropped over here in the maintenance room to be thoroughly cleaned. In the traditional rail, train, waterfall, dishwashing system, as in the olden times, is everything making sense so far? Is there soap on these dishes? Or are we just rinsing everything out? Glad to hear. While we are here in the maintenance room, let us get you some attire. If you're running a shop, you must look the part. How else will customers know they can come to you for tea? Who just come up to me, ask it tea with the right apron? They will. Here, let's see if this apron looks the part on you. Wow, with this apron, you look like someone full of excitement to run a tea shop. This isn't a way through, you know it, or indeed, I do know it, but I was thinking aspirationally. Okay, there is one more thing we must do before opening the shop. This way. I can't wait to open the shop. Alta wants to fight, but I don't want to fight. I want to run my tea shop. I have a lot of fighting games. I don't have a lot of games like this, even though they make a lot of games like this, because some of the games are not that good, and I'm hoping this one will be good. La 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 la. I do wish they had like a follow button. Oh shit, he's showing me my sword. Fucking unearthing trauma together. Let's go. Okay. It is your lovely sword. The sword is still too heavy to lift, yes. So basically I have to, what is it? What do they call that? It's the sword that's like in the fucking, like, it's like in so many myths, you know? There's like, you know, the one that fucking Link, the hero sword. What's the other one? What's the one I'm really thinking? The sword of, is it the sword of Excalibur? No, I don't know what it is. The sword in the stone? Isn't there another name for it though? Is it just the sword in the stone? But I'm sword in the stoning my own stone, basically. Excalibur. It is Excalibur. Wonderful. Fucking Boro, always showing off. Please come with me. I do wish this had like a walk to follow. Wait, if I stash, can I grab more? No, not really. Okay. How's the game so far? It's cool. I'm optimistically neutral. We're really early, so I don't have like really big things to say. I did talk a little bit earlier about TLDR story, sort of on the nose, but not so on the nose that you're rolling your eyes, but not subtle enough to be like, holy shit, they're fucking tearing it up. But it's cool. I think I'm just excited to make the tea, like, which is funny because it is like a story game, and I am a story game person, but I'm like, I want to make this tea. Like, I'm excited for everything to come together more cohesively so far. But we're very much in the tutorial section. It really doesn't feel heavy to you? Not even a small amount. Just finished Avowed. Nice. What'd you think? And Rise of the Golden Idol. So looking for a new game. This could be it. This could be the one. It's not too long either. I think it's like 8 to 13 hours. I don't know. It's not wildly short, but I don't think it's crazy long. For now, let's see the sword right here. I believe Rise of the Golden Idol also a banger. I know, and you were pretty hot on Avowed as well. Avowed was a play and abandoned for me. Perfect is quite lovely here, don't you think? Boro, I don't know how important that sword is to me. Can I be asking where the sword is from? Yeah, let's get some lore. When I first began taking fighting seriously, I decided I would smith my own sword. It seems like a good idea. I do like these little art cutscene things. I threw myself into learning everything there was to know about blacksmithing. I enjoyed Avowed a lot. A lot of decisions were so wildly different. Okay, that's cool to hear. But soon I realized I could easily spend my entire life just learning to make swords. It was so complex. If I wanted to become great, I had to pick only one thing and commit to it and leave everything else behind. So I picked only one thing, being a fighter. See, I kind of feel this way too, to be honest, because, and this is also where I think now we're getting into a little bit more of the shades, you know? You see how much richer this is, but I do realize that, like, sometimes rich work can only be done on, like, basic foundations, in a sense. But this is often how I feel about stuff too. Like, I do wonder, well, actually, I feel like I know it would be better if I just did writing or just did podcasting or just did streaming, but I really like all the things. Granted, they're all related, but this is kind of like that too. It's like she wouldn't fight and be a blacksmith because, like, oh, well, you can only, you know, be really good at one thing. And I do think that there's a little bit of truth to that. But there's also a lot of truth to the, what is it? What's the saying? The jack of all trade is a master of none. But people forget the next part of that, which is, what is it? It's like, let me get it right. Let me read it. Give me a second. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than a master of one. So, yeah, I think same, you know, same. After that, I commissioned a great blacksmith, someone equally devoted to their craft, to make this sword for me. I was obsessive. I demanded a million alterations. We didn't stop until the sword was perfect. A sword that would let me pursue this one focus and leave everything else behind. I'm not a blacksmith. I'm not a tea maker. I'm a fighter. That's all I intend to be. This sword is a part of me. I feel sick not being able to hold it anymore. I do think too, this also happens to a lot of people. Like, it is definitely the most extreme version of sunken cost fallacy, but there are a lot of people who don't go on to do other things with their life because they're like, but I spent so much time doing this. Like, this is who I am. And who am I outside of this? And also the thought of starting over is really negative, I think, for a lot of people, which makes sense because it's a lot of work. Though I think in this tea scenario, it's like, well, there's just something to do for now. You know, it's not like, okay, well, I'm going to become the best tea person. I'm curious if that's where the story's going to go, where she's going to get obsessed with making the best tea. And then he's going to be like, you need to fucking be normal. And then she's going to be like, oh, shit, you're right. That's my prediction for the game. Like, you need some things that you're mediocre at. You need a nice healthy dose of mediocrity in your life. You cannot just be good at everything because it's like never going to be possible anyway. I'm going to find a way to carry it again, I promise. Yes, I can see that you will. Boro's most confident in you. All right, I believe it's time for us. Fucking finally, let's go. Are you having any other questions before we start? Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. Also, can we have a moment? Perfect, you're already having the entrepreneurial spirit. A moment for the controller that I have, because I am obsessed with this controller. This is an Xbox. Is it a Series X controller, technically? I think it might be. Keen eyes will know if this is a Series X versus an Xbox One. They look very similar to me, so it's hard for me to know. But it's a, like, okay, yeah, it is. It's a custom one from the game Scorn, because they sent me the PR thing from Scorn, which I think is really nice of them. But honestly, Scorn, that did not work out for me. I did play it, though. I did try it. I did give it a try. I think it was on Best of Watch years ago at this point. The VOD might not even be on YouTube. It might have been pre-VOD days. But what I love about this is it feels so fucking smooth. I wish you guys could feel this. because it is like the smoothest feeling controller I've ever held. And it's honestly it's like the one I just use when I'm on PC. Specifically when I'm on my PC here. It's supposed to like my Steam Deck. Yes, you know how I'm supposed to know that it's an Xbox One controller? Is the difference that the D-pad is different on the Series X or something? There's some differences. I just can't remember what they are. I think one of those might be the D-pad that kind of has that like rotationalness to it. But let me know. I still have one controller floating around from time to time. It also has that tiny button in the middle. The share button, yes, the share button. And the inputs on the top are different. Oh, like for the USB-C, it's USB-C instead of micro SD or something. For the cables, okay, yeah. Customers may very well arrive soon, which also shout out to them for giving me an Xbox Series X controller instead of the one, because it's like, I feel like, not to be entitled, but sometimes they'll send the one and it's like, well, I don't use these as much anymore. But stuff like this is also why I'm pretty much banned from buying my own controllers, especially because Isaiah already has controller. Anyway, we could talk about that for a while. Okay, gardening instructions, and then the library. There's a book on gardening. You may find it useful. Certain Sylvia has phrased it better than I ever could have. Let us begin. Okay, the beginning. Here we go. Oh, yay, finally. Are we doing it? Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? I'm gonna like slouch over a little bit. Is this game Wanderstop or Wanderstop? Oh, that's so funny. Right now, if I had to pick one, I have to go Wanderstop. But it is very much still just Wanderstop because I do not know much about the game yet to give a big critique. Like, nothing has happened where I'm like, F this or like, F yeah. And of those things, though, we're much closer to the F yeah than F this, if we want to use that as the dichotomy of games. You can swap any item in your hand. Okay. Okay, well, actually, I should read this. I'll read it. You can swap an item in your hand for an item in your inventory by selecting the inventory item directly. No need to stash. Hold on first. Okay, quality of life. In the options menu, you can switch the inventory button to be either toggle on or off or press and hold. You know what? I don't think I want to talk to him anymore. I just want to see what's going on. Let's be the cool cow. It's actually madly overstimulating. Back to the horse, I think. Love some good wordplay, yeah. They had it right with the horse. Oh. There's seeds here. I'd been waiting to grab these guys. They're very cool. They're pluffins. And look, you can give them little pets. Can I pet them when they're on the ground? No, you have to pick them up to pet them. Yeah, look at how cute. They won't let me drop it into the water, so I'll game. You can drop the pluffin into the fountain. Dun, 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 dun. They're just spots to sit, yeah. I will say we need to study why in the last like 2 years games, and especially indie games, but games are obsessed with spots to sit. And I do think this game is going to make the sitting like relevant to the game in a way that most games don't have it relevant, but I'm tired of like sitting. It's like sit on all these benches or sit on all these, taking this stuff, and it's like, it's not that interesting to sit. And I think this is one of the only games where sitting won't feel like you just wanted to say like, look, you can, isn't it cool that you can sit? And I'm like, I mean, maybe a little, and they're like, cool, great, because we made like 80 bespoke sitting areas. I leave games on pause a lot. It's nice to have a place to put my character. Oh my gosh, look, somebody! Yay! Oh my god, a customer! That's cute. A little resting spot for them. Yes, hi, do you want tea? This is a tea shop. Do you want some? Oh, no thank you. Okay. I'm fine, no tea. Thanks for asking, though. Sure, in case I'll do something else then. Sure. Sure. Okay. 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 That's kind of funny. And I will say that's something that I appreciate in games too. Like, especially, you know, a lot of us have been playing games for many, many years. It can be kind of hard to like feel excited about stuff. You know what I mean? Or like not feel excited, but to be surprised by things that a game does. Like you've seen a lot already. It's like that felt like novel. Like, oh, that was unexpected. That seemed good. Tempted to buy it already. Yeah, vibes are definitely solid. I'm wondering if there's more tea things I could get. I could also plant more stuff just for funsies. I know I could talk to Boro as well, but I just want to hang out for a second. I don't want to talk to Boro yet. There's no seeds in my seeds pocket. I thought I definitely had seeds in my seeds pocket. Only 25 bucks. Yeah, apparently. It's on consoles as well. I'm playing on Steam. Runs good on Steam Deck, according to colleagues. And I think one person in chat also said they were playing on Steam Deck. You just need to drop the quality down to like medium instead of like high, ultra high for frame rate stuff. But yeah. Can I put these like... Oh. Yeah, I'll plant some stuff just to plant it. Boom. Oops. Oh gosh, guys, that Xbox or PlayStation. One gets me the trophies and one gets me the Microsoft rewards. I just redeemed a free month of Game Pass Ultimate. Nice. Oops. Do I really need more than one of these, though? Like, maybe not? Okay. I guess I'll talk to Boro just to see what's going on. Anyone else in chat having a hard time deciding on Xbox or PlayStation? Yeah, let us know. I'm all in on PlayStation because of the trophies and like the easy share between me and Isaiah because he's more on PlayStation than on Xbox. We kind of just both are like, let's just go to PlayStation and just Xbox kind of as needed. But the points are real, for sure. Love a good points program. For a while I was on Xbox more because I did favor the controller for... there was a time where I favored the controller. I asked them if they wanted tea, right? And they just said no. I see. What is the terrible part? That's the terrible part. This is a tea shop. People are supposed to order tea. Are they? Who made the rules that they must be ordering tea? You did, I'm guessing. Boro did nothing of the sort. In fact, we are having almost no rules here. It's so stupid. There have to be rules. Is like the #1 rule. Miss Alta, you might want to try a lighter touch with our customers. Some will ask for tea, some will not. It's entirely their decision. We're not in control of them. No? The rules. Knows I've never gone a rule before in her life? No? Person is in our tea shop. They're going to drink tea. I'm putting my entire mission on pause here to make tea for people. The least they could do is respectfully take the tea out when I offer it. Well, it sounds like you've made up your... Oops, I didn't mean to say that. That's so mean. That's so mean. I didn't mean to be mean to him. When I'm streaming, PlayStation was best. Inside the PlayStation camera. Who wants team? And I want to say, who wants tea? I tend towards PlayStation, but I buy games on Xbox if they're on sale. Since I have an S, it makes it easier to justify the digital copy. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, I have this. Great. Okay. Oops. I keep using X to, like, interact. Nice. Could also use some more water for my watering can. You have to hold this down just so people know what's happening mechanically. Like, fill this. Yeah, digital's another aspect. What company do you trust more to vanish your digital game library someday? Not to vanish it. Oof. Yeah. I do try to get physical whenever I can. Even though physical today doesn't even mean what it used to mean. You still need, like, to download it, you know? Steam. Yeah, I guess Steam. Steam is actually probably the not-so-secret best answer. I don't get it. Bora had no problem lifting the sword. What's wrong with me? Yeah, Steam Deck's gonna be awesome. You go that route. I love my Steam Deck. I'm happy to have PC and that I stream. So that's cool. Lets me stream. But yeah, if I didn't have a PC, I would just get a Steam Deck only. Mostly just because I play my AAA stuff, which just tends to be the more graphically intensive and performance intensive stuff on console anyway. Hey there, we just talked a second ago. Oh right, yes, hello. Yeah, about that. Said you don't want tea, but that was obviously just a slip of the tongue. Well, I don't mean to correct you, but that was what I meant to say about the tea, not wanting it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. No tea, thank you. Do you know what I'm going through right now? Let me explain to you what my day has been like. This is awkward. Trauma dumping on a stranger. I can't carry my sword. I'm sorry, I didn't know. And now I'm out here trying my hardest to run a tea shop for who knows how long. And what am I supposed to do is put tea in people's hands? That's it. Sorry you have to do that. So I'm gonna make you a cup of tea and you will drink it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm so mean. I need to leave. Goodbye. I'm sorry. What? You can't leave? How will I get you tea? Why can't I just make myself some tea? I'm scaring everybody. I'm gonna get fired from this job. I'm just gonna make myself tea because, like, that's what I fucking need. You need to chill the fuck out. You're fucking scaring everybody. A lot of indie and lower cost games don't have a physical edition. I assume this is digital only. This game, yes, I believe so. I don't think I'm wrong on that, but there's a chance. Borov's gonna yell at me now. Ah! Yeah, trying to Google. Seems that way. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, is Boro gonna yell at me? He might yell at me. He's not gonna yell because he's nice, but... They left. The person in the cape walked out on me for no reason. Ah, and did you happen to insist that drinking tea is an absolute requirement here? I see the connection you're trying to make, and I refuse to acknowledge it. Miss Alta, Bora is very glad to see you tackling your row so enthusiastically, but remember that making tea is only part of what Wanderstop offers. Customers... Oh my god, look at the puffin! So cute! Customers may simply want to rest here for a moment, just a break from travel. Or sometimes not even knowing what they want, and that is okay as well. Sounds like they don't need me then. Indeed, in some cases that might be true. But then why am I here at all? If there isn't something I can do, I'm gonna lose my mind. Otherwise, if I'm not making progress on something, I'm gonna freak out. Oh, I wonder, is it just the book? Because I wonder, I know PR sent like the field guide out, and I wonder if maybe they were gonna like sell that as merch, or maybe someone's like flipping it or something, or made like a bootleg of it or something, I don't know. For instance, if there are any new plants you wish to make, perhaps now is a good time. Or you can see the leaves. It's a downtime. Enjoy it. For a time, I'm drinking tea. Make yourself a cup of tea. Find a spot to drink it. There you go. None of these sound like measurable objectives. Indeed, it is not. It gets better with practice. I'm grateful for your patience and good luck with your continuing tea shop adventures. Can I sit on this rock? No. I'm gonna sit here because I can look at the puffin. Ooh, or maybe here. Look at the puffin. Yo, I'm chugging this tea.
Who would I say has wronged me? I mean, it's weird because...
Okay, it's giving Ghost of Tsushima, Sit in the Baths. Another Amazon AI book. Yeah. Master Brewing, Farming, and Storytelling in Alta's Magical World. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen something like that, but I've never really sought out like physical guides on Amazon like that either, so no clue.
Obviously, I've fought all of these rivals. People who have tried to tear me down in all sorts of ways. And I do resent a lot of them. But, bizarrely, my most vivid memory of being wronged was when I was 14 years old. My father came home from work, and he sat us down and told us that his job didn't exist anymore. We were going to move homes again. I was going to say goodbye to everything again. And it's like, he lost his job. That's what I remember. That he was weak. Why should I have to change my whole life around because he was too weak to hold on to something? That's how I felt at the time. Then, years later, I learned it actually hadn't been his fault at all. It was something totally outside of his control. So in theory, I should have been able to forgive him and move on, right? But I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't. It was like the anger had dug trenches in my chest. There was nothing I could do.
Some good writing, some good lines.
There was no amount of rational explanation that would get it to budge. I still feel that anger. Even now. I don't understand why.
Okay, rare bench W. And that's what I mean. If we get something out of the benches, sure. But don't just have me sit just to sit. Okay, I want to know what's up with these. Different thoughts. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling like this has... I know this is supposed to be like, just chill out. Just relax. But I'm like, or 100% it. Here's a question. Does this game have a platinum? Or is that like against the meaning of the game? They're like, it's not about platinums. It's about existing. Different flavors of tea. They had benches in the dungeons every game. But did they amount to anything? I don't remember. That's kind of like a mean line of questioning. But like, were they like, you know, because I don't really like them for just looking at vistas. Do you actually? That's insane. You're joking. That would be crazy. No, you probably made that up, but that would be cool. Different flavors of tea will evoke different thoughts. The above sticker will be printed in your field guide next to the fruit. These are not required for making tea for Alta. That's interesting. I'm still gonna put the tea leaves because I just feel like that's part of the lore. Okay, wiggle back and forth to shake the item out of the puffin's mouth. And I gave him a little pat for being a good boy. Yeah, I'm being a good boy. Yeah, you will get it just by playing it. Wow, that's wild. Hi, baby. Look at him. I love packages in games. It's a package. I'll borrow about this. Now let's just fucking open it. Let's open it. When a package is laying down, what should I do with it? Oh, you must have found a lost parcel. Yes, that is happening from time to time. It seems when a person loses an item here in the forest finds a way to return it to them. Apparently that way is by dropping it off in the clearing for us to put in the mail. Yeah, so you put it in the mailbox. Wait, the forest, put the package here? Dan, have you checked out the game Cabernet? No. What is that? Who can say why and how it happens? These woods have mind of their own. For example, Boro has been looking for his favorite pair of boots for weeks now. Did something misplaced them? Not sure. It was definitely the forest moving with... move through... I don't know. Move them around. At any rate, if you see packages, you're opening them back to your owner. Yeah, hell yeah. Wait, but I put him in the other one, right? Yeah. Look at how fucking cute that is. It's an awesome narrative game that released this year where you are a newly turned vampire navigating high society vampires and uncovering its dark secret. I will at least wishlist it. Let me look that up now because I will forget. I know I took pictures on my phone of someone recommending like random games to me the other day too. I'll have to look through my camera roll for that. Spring sale right now on Steam. Okay. You said Cabernet. Cabernet. Okay. Fully voice acted. You know what? You know what? I will put it in my backlog, even though I don't know that I'll get to it. But you know what? Let's mark it down. Maybe it is cool. Obviously, you're saying it's cool, so at least one person thinks it's cool. Yeah. Right now, my big games to get to that I want to get to is Citizen Sleeper 2 is the big one missing from my list. But I think I'm gonna let that stay unplayed for a bit longer. I feel like I've kept up with everything pretty well actually this year. And sure, it's only Q1, so it's a little easier to do so, but I feel pretty good about that. I guess I'll stick to things in the garden for now. I wish you could jump in this game. I just want to be able to jump in every game. Oop, I enjoy jumping. Pink seeds. And then let's look at our... So if we... Well, I don't want to close it. I want to like... Simple plants. Simple flower. Small hybrids. Fresh hybrids. Okay. Spent $40 on the Steam sale and I don't know what to get. I have $40 to spend. Also, what's up, Mother Flowers? Cute for the thematic. Yeah, I am actually like not on a no buy for Steam, but I'm on like a gaming no buy to low buy basically in general because, well, one, I get a lot of I get a lot of game codes, obviously. So I get a lot of games for free. Definitely a perk of the job. However, it also means that like lately there's been games that I want and they're on sale and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this now. It's only like a couple $, but then I don't play them. So like there's this game I got that I think is gonna be so cool. It's called Poems and Codes. I got it like probably in December or something, and I still have not played it. And I don't mind that necessarily. Like I don't mind dragging my feet on some games. It's also a cryptogram word game. Like during Steam Next Fest, we played a cryptogram or cryptograph or whatever game. This is like that, but a little bit more fully fleshed out. Yeah, my backlog's pretty big, but also I don't really count it as my backlog unless I like really have intended to play it. And also I turn down, or not even turn down codes, but like there are calls for codes all the time and I don't answer those calls many a times because it's like, okay, it's hard enough to play the games that I really want to play even. So let me not, you know, if someone's like, hey, we have a game for Flim Flam Shim Sham, I'm like, unless I look at it and I really think that there's something exciting there and I think I have time for it, I'm not gonna. But so there's like layers. If I really want to play it, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna ask for a code for this, especially if it's something I've been eyeing for a while. Like I have a video game database that has like all the games coming out this year that I care about to some degree. Like those games are pretty like high priority to me. But there's also games that I look at that just seem cool. Like Grimoire Grows is a good example of that. I looked at it and it seemed kind of cool. I will say that game kind of grew on me through Next Fest and stuff too. So I did end up asking them for a code because it just so happened. Oh yay, something happened in the game. It just so happened that that week for Best of Watch, I had a gap where it's like, oh, this would be a good time to play Grimoire Grows. And at least then, boom, I did some coverage of it. I didn't just get this code and then never play the game, which is like definitely an L. So the person who placed a lost parcel in the mail, Detective Graylin here, the package you mailed back to me so happened to have a crucial piece of evidence. I needed to crack the Susie Winderkins case. How did this come into your hands? I don't know, but I'm so grateful. Now little Miss Winderkins will get to thankfully go free. Cleared the charges of mass aggregated livestock theft. It's another victory for justice and a close call at that. Little Susie has requested that I send you her favorite doll as a thank you. Okay, hell yeah. This doll looks kind of scary, not gonna lie. Ew. I don't really like it, but it meant a lot to her, so sure. Yeah, I was looking at this. I know there's like another customer lurking around. So yeah, like my backlog, for instance, at least on the website backlogged, is 165 games. But yeah, like lifetime, I'm sure there are like many more. And a lot of those games I don't even have code for, but they're just like things that I was like, okay, I want to play this. Nowadays, I'm more so... Yeah, I'll play actually games that I just want to play that I didn't get to, or maybe... Like I may or may not own the game, but... Hey, customer. Wow, Wee McZowie. This looks exactly like a tea shop in the middle of the woods. No way, no freaking way. Is that really what it is? A magical tea shop? Yes. Amazing, stupendous. I love it. This is exactly the kind of wild adventure that a knight would get into. A real knight. And Gerald the Knight, at your liege. A fair day upon you and also upon me, who is an actual knight. Yeah, somehow I'm not buying that you're a real knight. You're not? But I have this knight stuff. What made you think I'm not a real knight? It's just your everything. I guess I can do my best to improve on everything. Hey, come to think of it, Timothy is also constantly asking me to improve on everything. Timothy? My son. And he's just the best darn son in the world. Oh no. Here, I've got a photo of him. Look at this. I took him to the International World of Cheese Museum. He adored it. Did you know cheese isn't a plant? Wild, right? For Timothy's birthday, I made him a series of sweaters with my face on them. So that if he forgets me, he can just look down at his torso, and there I am. Why would he forget you? Oh, he's always going on about wanting to purge me from his memory. You know how kids are. I don't. Of course. Well, as a father, let me tell you, it's very normal for a son to wear a sweater of his father's face. Let's see another Timothy photo. This is us at 3 a.m. This is us at 4 a.m. This is us at 4:15 a.m. This is us at 4:22 a.m. I get it, Gerald. Do you enjoy waking Timothy up in the middle of the night? What? No, I don't. Oh my gosh, I guess you're right. I'm seeing a pattern now. Let's see another Timothy photo. Here are registering to vote in our local fishing ordinance council elections. Well, Timothy can't vote, but loves the electoral process. Or is it that he loves tennis? I forget. It's one of the two. We went horseback racing. I'm so proud of Timothy. He only vomited 3 times. Why did he vomit at all? Doesn't horseback riding make everyone vomit? I vomited 10 times myself. Gerald, that sounds awful. Come on, we were riding horses. Who can be upset when you're riding a horse? Here's Timothy graduating from 8th grade. I asked him to give a speech. Or maybe I was asked to give a speech, or maybe I ran to the stage and gave a speech anyway. Who can say? Did I actually talk, or did I stop at the podium? Who knows? Here we are buying 30 pounds of corn flour. Some kind of joke. Timothy, this is kind of a joke Timothy and I have, where I buy 30 pounds of corn flour every Monday. Why? Exactly what Timothy says every time we do it. It's all part of the joke. What's the joke? You sound just like Timothy. This is where we recorded a spoken word album. This is from when we recorded a spoken word album together. Doesn't have any Timothy. He refused to speak once the entire time, but it's in the spirit of togetherness. I'll be honest, I got a bit creative. I got a bit of creative terror during recording, so I didn't say anything either. But it's 2 hours of silence that really speaks to the bond between a father and a son. Dude, I love these photos. Oh, that's all of them. That's all my photos. Day 35 of Ring Fit done. Nice, congratulations. You're the first person who's ever stuck around for every one of my Timothy photos. Now I've gotten through them all. I'm pretty amazed how many photos I have. Hey, why don't I leave one of them with you? Timothy would love his face in the shop wall. Sure, I'll take a photo. Great, which photo do you want? Let's do the Cheese Museum, yeah. Here you go. I don't get the impression that Timothy likes you very much. What? Of course he likes me. I mean, yeah, maybe the world's single biggest dork bot. And so lame, just unbelievably lame. Oh God, please stop taking these photos, please. You are staring at his dad. I want to die right now. But other than that, he adores me, I think. Sure, whatever. Would you like a cup of tea? That's what we're here to do. Is drinking tea something a real knight would do? Yes, it's a common trait amongst knights. Then absolutely, I would take some trees. Part of my grand adventure. Is there a particular flavor you prefer? Well, to be honest, I'm pretty tired from all this walking. Do you have anything that could wake me up? Give me a whole big shot of energy? I'll take a look and see if that's a thing. Information on the stuff of each fruit. Okay. I'm going to help wake him up, okay. Tastes like a day to the Azzy fruit. What is that one though? Hold on. Okay. Okay. The Azzy fruit. Guess do I know what seeds I have? I have blue seeds. Different seeds to make patterns. As long as they are the same, the two simple plants will be combined together. That will not produce anything because the outer ring contains 2 different plants. I only half understood what he meant. Okay. Maybe just like... Oops. Oops. Oh, I don't have any other seeds. Hmm. Have fun, y'all. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Okay. Hmm. I don't know if this will even do anything. No, I think this is the same as like what I normally make. Oh no, this is different. Yay! Kind of, at least. Okay. Cool. I need to make this thing. I don't know what's gonna go. What else is gonna go here? So it's like there's that, but then what is it? Okay, would it just be like blues around, maybe? I'm still a little bit confused on like how to do this. Is this anything different? I don't know. Oops. I keep like accidentally like putting my stuff back. Okay, this looks good. Okay. Just give me a beat. Okay, so I have this beat. Oh, I made this thing. Okay, but I didn't make the fruit. Maybe it's just all pinks, maybe? Okay. Get a little bit more water. Maybe I'll go back to that other plant. And water that one too. I played some Fortnite the other night, the first time in the year. There's shoes now? Yeah, the shoes just dropped. Oh my gosh, yay, look at this guy. Oops. I'm not facing anything. Maybe this thing doesn't also like produce stuff. I don't know. Okay. Yay. Okay, cool. And then what's going on with this too, by the way? Oh, I thought this would maybe do something. Can I pick these up? You grow something in the middle of that, and then okay, so maybe instead, maybe it's still my Leonardo skin, Ninja Turtles, doesn't need shoes, so I'm good. So maybe it's like all together then, maybe? These are really cool plants also, by the way. Okay, and yeah, this looks like the fruit I need. Yes! Dash. Yeah, this is nice. So far, game good. I think we're far enough that I can kind of say game good. I can't say anything more complimentary than that. Because that's like, let's not be a little, it's a little too soon. What happens with this tea though? Do I just pour it out? This seems like a waste. Ooh. Well, whatever. Okay, so now that we have the fruit, we can make the tea. So first, you fill up this thing, I think. And I could look at how to do it from the book, but I think it's a little more fun to just try to memorize it. I don't need like that much tea. And you like slap this for a bit, and you keep it in this little area. Now it's boiled, and then I think I transfer it. And then I actually forgot to grab the stuff that I need. I need the tea leaves, which are in here. I'm gonna need to like get more because I only have this one. Okay. Oop. That's that. And then there's also, no, not the seeds. I need, yes, this fruit. Right, that's what I need, right? Tastes like, okay, high in caffeine. I hope this is actually what I need. Maybe I need something else. Let me just look at what he wanted. I think he's like, I want to be awake, right? Did I make that up? Yeah, it's time to wake him up. Okay, nice. And we kick it over. I still need to get a cup though, also. These are pretty good, I think. Yeah. Okay. And then let's just do a... I'm trying to like get the perfect pour. That's really funny. Even though you don't get anything for having the perfect pour, it's just kind of nice. Oh. A little bit more. Okay. 1 Mississippi. Okay. Maybe 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Okay, maybe just like 1 more Mississippi? 1 Mississippi. Mississippi-lessly? 1 Mississippi. Oh, fucking asshole. Well, whatever. Still better than what I was doing before. Okay, hi. Here you are. Wait a minute. I feel so alert. I'm out of my mind with energy. Heck yeah, this is peak Gerald right here. This is my best self. Can you believe people are always telling me to chill out? And for crying out loud, please stop? Well, those people can take a hike. Because I'm the one with the energy tea now. Oh my gosh, is this me? Is this me, but if I had a kid? Me as an Alta, not me as a me. This is literally the best cup of tea anyone's ever made. Thank you! By the way, can I ask about whatever happened to your leg? Oh, the purple smoke? It's bizarre, isn't it? I was wandering these woods and all that happened is I tripped and scraped my leg. Well, technically I scraped it on a glowing purple sword and the sword was held by a witch muttering stuff to herself. Funny story. Lunged at me from the shadows, and I screamed, "You shall bear the mark, you shall bear the," and screamed, "You shall bear the mark, you shall bear the shade. Its prisoner, its companion, its smoldering ash, left from the fires of decay, breathe its fumes, and become the pain of becoming." I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically it. I think the witch cursed you. Oh, sure, obviously that occurred to me, but don't worry, it's fine. Your leg is literally smoking. Yeah, but to heal myself, I did like 100 sit-ups after all this happened. So, you know, I'm pretty much the peak physical condition right now. That's not how you heal a curse. Hey, who's the knight here? I don't think you... Look, I understand this kind of thing is probably really new to you. If it's really that concerning to you, I'll do 50 sit-ups after I finish this tea, okay? See, I'll be fine. If you say so. Glad you agree. After all, I'm a real knight. If there's one thing knights are known for, it's the physical health of and well-being. Okay, time to reflect on the taste of this tea like a knight. Okay, sure. You know what? His journey's his own, you know? Can I make Boro tea? I have a lot of tea left, so. Pretty solid. I didn't count though when I did that. Okay, let me go again. A little bit more. Might be too much now. I think that's pretty good. Where is Boro? Actually, I know where he is because I can see him. Oh my god, he's doing the sit-ups. That's crazy. But then again, like, who am I to judge? I'm out here fucking having a mental breakdown in the woods, so, you know. For a tea machine, have you seen the flowers that are sprouting on the tea machine? No accident. It's because the spare tea that goes unused whenever you make a new batch is poured onto the tree itself. It's hydrating the tree. How convenient. The more drinks you pour, the more flowers that will appear on the tree. So please do not fret if some of the tea goes unused. I wanted to give him the tea. The fact that you can't make Boro tea and you can't like fucking kick it with Boro after you were such an asshole to him means this game is trash. Yeah, L game. No ability to drink tea with the homies. I already drink tea there. So I think... Also, is it a little late to drink this tea, or is it just a magical forest? I think I'm gonna drink the tea. Actually, let me try this guy again. Oops, sorry, the camera I put in a bad spot. Is there anything else I can do? A task? You betcha there is. Just now I was trying to figure out why neither you nor Timothy believe I'm a real knight. Then it hit me. It's because I don't have a super cool knight pose. Somebody decided on a great pose. No, posing has nothing to do with being a knight. It doesn't. Gosh, it's the opposite of what I've allowed myself to believe. Then what if I go back into the forest and take on a really cool knight adventure? I'm thinking gossip. Yeah. No, for real. I know I need to go on this kind of adventure that only a real actual knight would do. Like what? Well, you know, knight stuff. Anything specific? A true knight can never know what their adventure will be. A true knight must discover the adventure as it happens to them. I read that on a menu at a restaurant once. It wasn't about knights, but I think it still works. Joe, what do you think knights do? Get into cool adventures? Is that correct? Am I close? No, knights have duties to uphold. They take oaths, they report to somebody. Why are you doing any of this? I mean, do I need a reason? Can't a cool dad just be a knight for no reason? Does it have to be to prove to his son that he's the coolest dad on the planet? But now that you mention it, do you think he would find it cool that I'm a knight? If I got into the most fantastic adventures out in the woods, then do you think he'd want to take more photos with me? And show off those photos to his friends and call me something like Pops McGee? I'm not the person to ask about. With all these nightly adventures I get into, there's no way that I could be a total dorkbot, right? This is my destiny. This is my story. It's time for me to go out there and be the best knight I can be. As knights always say, yar! Don't die, Gerald. Cool. I do think you definitely tone wonky, kooky fun. I do hope that we get like some satisfying through lines for these characters that maybe gets a little bit more, like a smidge more grounded or whatever. But yeah, that's cool. I'm not mad at it. See, I thought this would be like the most traumatic place to drink my tea because I'm staring at like the physical manifestation of my shortcomings. And I thought like now I have the energy.
I don't think I have a best friend. Do I?
Damn, you know?
The closest is probably this kid who always came into the shop where my dad worked when I was young. I didn't like this guy. But he hung around the shop so often that at some point he just defaulted to being my friend. One day, he and I are hanging out, and he says, "You know your dad's a loser, right?" Of course, I thought my dad was a total loser. I thought he was weak and spineless. But for some reason, I just instinctively punched this kid right in the face. I'd never punched anyone before. I hit him again, there on the ground.
This is like, have you ever heard the, oh my God, how's the saying go? It's like when you break the cycle because you don't end up with an angry man, but it turns out you're the angry man. This is like what she's going through right now.
He tried to kick back, but I held him down and hit him, and hit him, and then a bit later, my dad lost his job, and we had to move. And I never saw that kid again. After we moved, I remember the very first thing I did was sign up for boxing classes.
My only beef with this, because I like the construction of like you have the tea and you get extra lore. I think that's cool, lit, dope. I'm there with it. I feel like the tea is not fitting the vibe of the story because this is an energizing tea. And so why is it, and everyone reacts differently to different stuff, but why am I like, oh my gosh, what a caffeinated boost. By the way, I have no friends. Like, why did your head go there? I don't know. Maybe it's like caffeine hits different people differently. It's like, do y'all know, or maybe you are this person, no need to speak up if you don't want to. But the people who like get sad drunk, they're like, if I drink too much, I'll get really sad. I don't have that experience drinking personally. I mean, I'm sure like I can get like wasted and be like overly emotional or like angry or something maybe, but like I don't understand, like I don't relate to that. But yeah, there are people that are like, so maybe she's like a sad caffeinated person. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but you're gonna get it together, Alta. I'm sure you're gonna just figure this out real quick. I'm actually too short to reach cups here, so this isn't like the best place to be putting cups, but in-game wise, I can reach cups up here, so that's good enough for me. I actually probably would put excess seeds here instead of like excess cups, because this is like where I make the stuff. This is also an interesting setup for a what's the word, a tea simulator, because like the shop is so much more of like a place than it is just a shop, and I know that's like the point. It's like we're kind of trying to create like a Cheers energy in this tea shop, but normally in management games that's not the case, so it is like to me it's like a unique or at least less frequent thing for it. I have returned from my nightly event. Well, damn, he's back already? He like was barely gone. No, literally facts. I haven't been here in days. What? But you were just here a few minutes ago. Oh my god, the days are going fucking flying by now that I'm not killing myself over and over again. Was I? No, I definitely remember setting up camp 3 times. In fact, look at this. It's the adventure I got into. Yeah? It's this. Stop sign? Yes, a stop sign. Did you steal it? I don't think so. I just found it. Fine line between finding and stealing. I disagree. This is a big point of contention for me and Isaiah. If you find something that, well, this is different because I guess the stop sign doesn't belong to someone. It more belongs to like a city or county. But if you find something and take it, is that you stealing? I feel like if you see something and don't take it, that's you secondhand littering. You're like not picking up the thing that was left behind. I feel like if there's no designated spot that you could leave it for someone to retrieve it, you take it. Maybe I'm in the wrong, right? Let me know in chat. Like if you see a like something, you see something, you see something, you say something, you see something, like what's going on with that? What are you doing? Are you leaving it? Or are you taking it? I'm probably taking it. Unless it's gross, and then maybe I just leave it. Like a car on the street with keys in it? It is finding it? No, that's one step too far. I mean like a hat. You find like a cap. You take that cap? If there's no spot to put it, you know, because like at a lot of public places, there's places that you can put things. Like you find something in a coffee shop, you can give it to like the staff. You find, like, if there's no staff member or designated space, like a mitten, yes, exactly, like an item, you know? A Hot Wheel, whatever. Do you take it or do you leave it? I feel like you take it because, you know, otherwise it's like, what's gonna, you know, whatever. It's like, that's just free game. That's just free item. Well, it's not stealing if you and the object were meant to find each other. The minute I saw the stop sign, it called to me. I said, no, that's a stop sign. Okay, what do you think? It's gotta be an exciting story behind it, right? I'm remaining neutral on the matter, but staying open to both sides. Good. I want to have a frank and objective discussion about its history. Let's just think about it for a second. What might the stop sign have been used for? What if ancient civilization used it to stop, you know? In the name of love? Yeah, if you ever forget to do that, a sign is extremely helpful. Unearthing this mystery is really challenging me to be the best knight I can be. I think Gerald exists to show Alta how much of a loser she actually is. She's like, I was so worried not being a loser like my dad that I became a loser who's also still like my dad. Yeah, sure. What flavor do you want? Gosh, I'll be honest. Oop. For 3 days, I've been thinking about the tea you served me before. It was just so interesting. It was really something. How about if I just get another one of those? Let me give you this. Oh, what is it? Timothy's favorite jam. I take it with me everywhere. Can we add some of it to the mix as well? Jam? Plus this jam? Ew. That sounds like super fucking nasty. But I'll make it because, like, that's what you want. I think that's disgusting, but... Wait, do I not have any more of this left? Or can I just... Here's a question. Can I put... Ugh, I think I have to remake the whole thing now. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, Plushie joins the party. This is such a waste of the D. I know it's not a waste because it is gonna make the point, but it feels like a waste. This is Pikachu. Pikachu. Here he is. Or can I just throw jam into the thing? No, I probably gotta throw it into the whole thing. Yeah, let's just... Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I probably just should have made more stuff. Okay. You know what, though? I don't have any of the tea leaves. So it's gonna take me a second to do this. Also in the meantime, I'm gonna sweep up. Sweet. Free item. Free item, free item. Could have been attached item. Howdy, book lovers. This is the Book by Mail Club report again. This month's we're reading Edge of a Bullet, which follows the exploits of everyone's tough as nails international superstar, Dirk Warhard. Well, okay. Will Dirk's charm and good looks get him through this dangerous adventure? Only one way to find out. Until next time. Which kinds of these are the tea kind? Where are these tea bushes at? There were some before, but now I don't understand which ones are the tea ones. Is it these little ones over here? Yeah. Okay. I figured those didn't count, but okay. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Okay, now we let these dry. La 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 la. But yeah, this is cool. I think it's at minimum good. It's definitely like got doofy vibes, like the writing for the characters, like they're doofy and silly, but I'm not bothered by that. I will say I think it definitely would heavily charm some. It doesn't heavily charm me, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued and entertained, and that's all I need to be. I don't need it to light my world on fire or anything like that. Okay, let's think. So we're gonna stash this. Wouldn't mind taking these just to have them. And then I think I actually want to move this down. And then probably, not from here, but I have... Oh, this one's dirty. Which on that note, yeah, I got these. We'll say it's kind of boring just to have a shelf full of cups. Can I put stuff here? I can. It might be almost a better spot for the cups. Or actually this spot for the cups, maybe? No. This spot for the cups? I guess this spot is okay. Okay, cool. Let's get going on this, I suppose. I'll have to go back to get the tea wall, but hopefully that'll be dry or wet or whatever they have to be by the time I'm done. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna make a fuck ton of tea. Cause like whatever, why not? Okay, let's heat it up. Heating it up, heating it up, heating it up, heating it up, heating it up. Okay, then we send it to the next spot. And then now we have to put in the ingredients, which is gonna include the tea ball, which still needs some time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna decorate some stuff. I think I still have I have some stuff here. Yeah. Oops. Okay, I don't know how to put that picture up there. And then there's like a book, a library or something. This is the library. All about gardening. I'm gonna read it for real at some point. There are 32 pages. Cool. Dun 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 dun. Great, Pikachu. Obviously intentionally done, but this does take a while to do, to dry off, to form into the little balls. Okay. Let's just do it from going up here. So we have that. We have this thing. And we have the fruit. The jam, I mean. I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of fucking good, even though I feel like it'd be nasty. Oh, I want to like be more let out here. Fucking really good. Look at that. Look at that pour. Look at that pour. Where's this guy? Hi. Here's the tea you asked for. Great. If he says it's disgusting, I'm gonna think that's really actually kind of funny. Because it seems like it would be disgusting. Well, it's exactly what I had last time. And I can taste the jam too. So cool. You're the coolest. I bet Timothy is the coolest person alive. I think he's the coolest person alive. Whoa, you do? That's amazing. I can't wait to tell him. He's gonna lose his mind. Wow, I'm surrounded by such cool people. What a lucky guy I am. How's the stop sign investigation going? I will be honest, it isn't going great. I also want to find some hints of an alien civilization around here, but just like nature stuff. Plus the smoke on my leg is getting thicker and my head is starting to hurt pretty badly. It's becoming a lot, you know? Are you sure you're taking this seriously? It seems like your curse is getting worse. I'm taking it very seriously. You know how many sit-ups I've done? I've done sit-ups to the moon and back. I've done so many sit-ups, it would make you dizzy just trying to count that high. I'm just saying, sit-ups can't be the only thing you do to cure yourself. You could try lying down here and just resting, huh? A true knight doesn't even know how to spell the word rest. What if there's something I could do to help you? Maybe there's a tea that heals curses. Let me stop you there, kind tea patron. This is a mission for a real knight. I have to find the solution. Timothy can't go thinking I cheated. There's no way Timothy cares if you cheated. Well, I happen to be the inexact judge of his innermost thoughts. Besides, this is a perfect adventure for Gerald the Knight, a demonstration of my strength. I will travel out to the forest, find a solution to this purple smoke and pounding headache. Somewhere out there is, whoa, did you hear that? That voice? What voice? There's a voice as deep as the stars. It spoke to me just now. I'm sure of it. You really didn't hear it? I did not. Oh, weird. Anyway, I really do need to be off my adventure. Thank you. Before I go, I'm gonna leave you with this or whatever. How I know the stop sign's origin. You know, like, someone comes by and says, hey, that's my stop sign. Or you just see a stop that feels like a space where you put a stop sign. Or a stop sign comes from or something. That way you can continue my nightly quest. Fine, I'll return the thing you stole. Now you're the one who sounds like a knight. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Don't die, Gerald. Don't die. Let me also put back. I'm doing this late into the stream. Okay, let's see. I think this could be a good part to take a little break, a little halfway point break. So hang tight and I will be back in 5 to 10 minutes, with more Wanderstop. Okay, that took like mad long because I decided like 5 minutes into eating my snacks that I was gonna make some tea for the game. The game's Wanderstop. It's a tea simulator with like a strong narrative emphasis. So we have hot water, which I don't think you can really see the steam coming off of it. There's steam coming off of it, but you can't really see it. That's okay. Okay. We have that bit, and I wanted the whole pot, as much of the process to be here as possible. So look, we have oh, you do see it. That's cool. So this was from the PR kit that I was sent. A little tea steeper and a little what are they called? Puffins or something? And then the comfy I just put on because I was kind of cold and I wanted to wear something comfy. Okay, so I don't actually make tea very often at all. And I haven't steeped tea in probably several years because I'm like, okay, that just seems like a great way to make bad tea. I already opened this. Like I ripped the seal of it already. But I thought we'd have this. There's also a chance I think this is nasty because 1, maybe I think it's nasty. 2, maybe I don't make it right. 3, maybe all of the above. But we got Azzy fruit because it's from the game. Isn't that cute? That's what we just made in the game. And its ingredients are yolpon, holly, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, raspberry, hibiscus, jasmine flower, and marshmallow root. What have you done? Your pink pony girl dance at the pink pony club. Exactly. Charlotte Chaperone's new single. Is it a single? Is it gonna be on the album? I don't know. New song coming out. The Giver. Very fun. Fun little country vibe. So we have, okay, apparently I Googled it and it says you do 1 teaspoon of loose tea for every 6 ounces. So I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons because it's like 8 ounces. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. This might end up being really bad. I think this could be really bad, but that's okay. And it's funny because I was Googling it briefly and people were like, there's no rules to tea. It's however you want to make it. And I was like, just show me what to do. And I'm like, maybe this game is really accurate. Maybe this game is more real than I want to admit. I don't know if this is going to be enough tea. It smells tea. It smells herbal. I don't know. Ooh, I'm gonna need a coaster. Because it's funny, just like the game, I over poured the water into the thing. And I'm like, holy shit, this game is like more real than I gave it credit for. Boom, here's the thing. And then we'll just dip this in here. And then I don't know how long I should steep it for, I mean. I know that people will say there's no right or wrong amount. It's however strong you want it. But I don't know how strong I want it. So what am I supposed to do with this information? I'm just kind of stuck this year so far. What have I seen? I don't think I've seen anything in theaters this year. Dude, the movies, oh, the movies are so fucking expensive. Let me try to reach over for my phone charger. Okay. Here we go. Speaking of tea, any new hot goss lately? I don't think I have any hot goss. Yeah, no hot goss for me. Ooh, okay. Though if anyone has hot goss to share with the class, feel free. All right. Boom. Here we are. And let me re-promote the stream also. Okay, twitch.tv/Gameonysus. Maybe I'll do a selfie in my little comfy. Selfie in my little comfy. What are people doing for the weekend? Okay, alt text. Selfie in a blanket hoodie. And the other one is going to be tea with a puffin keychain sticking out of it. Boom. Cool. Thanks for y'all's patience. Part of me is like, maybe I should like not do breaks for my stream in general. Maybe I just like go through the whole thing. But it's like, it's kind of nice to have like a built-in break. But then it's like, and every now and then I don't take it, but maybe I should like make it more of a chill thing on whether or not I even take the break. I do wonder like, oh, like people get here and they're not here. And it's like, damn, you're never coming back. And I feel like my breaks are like low-key a little bit too long sometimes. But also like sometimes I want treats. So I don't know. I made dinner with a break. Nice. Well, I'm glad it can be of some use. That's what I love about having, you know, like with the charity stream, having Isaiah here. It's like, oh, I could get up and get something and it wouldn't be that bad. Okay. I guess I'm just decorating with this now. Where do I want people to stop? I don't want to put it by my traumatic sword. Do I even need to put this somewhere? I probably don't. I don't know. Just... You know what? Let's put it here because it's like, this is dangerous. Is there a way to make it like, yeah. Oh, can I not like place it? I can only, oh yeah, I can. Yeah, okay, cool. Good job, good job. I think eventually I'll make the break more visually entertaining. Like maybe I'll just put on, or just have like more, but then it's tough because I'm like, well, I could always like do something like put on my podcast or like one of my podcasts or something. It'd be cool if I could like set up something where like that could just be like added in like at random instead of needing to like have it before. Oops. Wait, also I kind of want that weird jam tea. Oh, I didn't look up how long to steep this tea for. How long to steep loose tea? 5+ minutes. Okay. That seems like a lot, but maybe we'll just do a 3-minute timer because it's already been a few minutes. Will like the color change a lot for this tea? This is a real life question now, to be clear. But yeah, so far with the game, that's cool that you have that little animation. I think the only thing I don't like about this game so far is when, let me show you guys, when you go from, I guess it'd be clearer. Hold on, let me bring this out again. When you, like, if you were to find something, before was a better example, it's like there's not like a way to pick up while you have a tool out, because the tool, using the tool is A. Like, I wish that could be like smoothed out or something. Oh, you're back again. Say there, local citizen, have you found yourself troubled lately by malevolent spirits? Indeed, more than ever, demons seem to haunt our every waking minute. A tragedy. Surely in your own town, you too have noticed the abundance of unlawful apparitions. What's going on? What are you doing? Then I say you are in good... Hang on, what comes next? Oh, then you are in good fortune because your neighbor demon hunter has arrived. Pause for exciting murmuring. Did you know that in communities without a demon hunter present, those communities are more likely to have demons? The math checks out. Wow, that could be my community. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Surely the price of such assistance is more than I can afford. Well, my friend, that is where you are in luck. You see, the Order of Demon Hunters believes that these vital community services should be provided at no cost to you. Wow, how could it be? It's almost too good to be true. For although we know that this is a controversial topic, the Order of Demons believes that all communities deserve to live in peace and security. Pause for shocked gasps. That's why, for merely the price of room and board, the highly trained demon hunter before you could soon become a vital fixture in this exceedingly charming neighborhood. Please do not rush and answer. Discuss it amongst your local elders first, as is needed. I do eagerly await for your reply. May your township steer toward its own great fortune. Cool, anything else? No. Right, well, that's what I'm noticing. You're a demon hunter looking for a town to help, right? But I can't give you that because this isn't a town. So, you know, sorry or whatever. Say, let's discuss the ways in which demons may manifest in your neighborhood. Town hall meetings that run far longer than intended. Neighbors in disagreement about proper fence heights. Anxiety, and many more. Parties being thrown at inappropriate hours. I'll just say nothing. Square dancing events taking place without proper permits. Conflict over what constitutes a family-friendly karaoke song. Citizens suddenly inexplicably believing they know martial arts. Neighbors mowing their lawns 4 or 5, that was my timer, even 6 times every single day. Misspellings in community event flyers. And many more. Shall I give more examples? Oh my god, please, no more. Okay, let's see. So I steeped it for the amount of time. It is darker now. Might have even been for longer than 5 minutes already. It's gonna be like too dark to drink. Or too hot to drink. It's pretty good. Maybe it could be steep for longer, but I think it would become like too dark otherwise. Okay. Then just kind of put it off to the side. Errands in Last of Us 2 or Pokemon Black 2? I think Pokemon Black 2. Last of Us 2? I love Last of Us 2. Bit of a bummer. Is this a mystic herbal tea? Oh yeah, I read that already. I need to find a way to like reseal this though. I didn't use it all. Look, I'm trying to be patient, okay? I'm trying. But I need something to do, something to keep me active. I can't just sit and listen to people talk. So, Demon Hunter, this is a tea shop. I can make tea. That's all I can do for you. Do you want tea or not? I guess. Well, if you have any ritual tea, I suppose you can do a ritual ceremony. It's particular ceremony that requires ritual tea. So, if you have ritual tea, great. I will get you ritual tea. Thank you. Back in a second. I think there's a chance that he's like, actually, this is like the wrong tea, so I might ask again. Also, though, before that, I want to taste the jam tea. Damn. Okay, well. You don't really get anything with her report anyway. Go over here. Maybe the game will get wild and like one of the teas will make you like wildly hallucinate or something.
I don't think I have a best friend. Do I?
See, I already did this one.
The closest is
Okay.
probably...
Oh, you can't. Oh, no, you can't skip ahead. Oh, yes, you can. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Speaking of oh, there's just save and quit. I'm sure it's auto saving. I'm a little bummed that the jam doesn't do anything different. Like, I thought adding the jam would make a difference into like what kind of for those who are either just joining or like miss this detail in the game. When you drink these different, so you like make teas for people, but you can also drink tea, and when you drink the different teas, they will like awaken different memories or thoughts within you. Let me talk to that guy again just to make sure I know what's up with the tea that he wants. Hello. Yeah, let me just make sure. The demon hunter. Oh, that's it? Okay. My most anticipated game. Oh, games this year. Yeah, let me look at my little Trello board. I got a lot of them just kind of written out. Oh, also, random aside, but another game that I need to get to is Strong because I just never finished the first game. So it's like, or not the first game, but rather the last game. So I'm like, maybe I'll just skip it. But the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, that would be cool to play, but it's just like, maybe not, you know what I mean? Let's see what's up with this thing. I remember seeing this. Yeah, I have these, the beats. I actually already have them in my inventory, but other stuff I have for anticipated, South of Midnight, I previewed that game and I really liked what I played of it, honestly. It's definitely kind of basic in some parts, but I really loved everything else that it had going for it with like the vibes. Very big vibes game. I'm excited to close the loop on Lost Records Bloomer Rage. I did not like tape 1, so we'll see what happens. Things that are less asterisk. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 I'm very excited about. Oh my gosh, yes. Hello. Yeah, the one that we got our ass whooped. We actually did really well the first half, so we did better than we looked like we did because it looked like we just sucked. And to some degree, yes, true. But on another hand, hope developing slowly. We did win our Conga Cough match, which is cool and exciting. And we did really well. I forgot what we won by. We won by like 4. I don't know if it was 4-1 or 4-2. Maybe it'll get us next time. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, we were at the point where I have like, see, and I knew that was like you. I'm like, this is something, but then for some reason I thought you were a different team or whatever. For some reason I thought you were like, I knew it was like I knew what team it was, but I mixed it up with another team. So then I was like, oh, I guess this isn't the team, St. Louis. I don't know what team I mixed your team up with. Real Salt Lake. For a second, I thought you were an because I know somebody else who's an RSL fan, like another person that's like that frequents talking to me on the internet is kind of the easiest way to put it. So yeah, I mixed you up with that person. I'm like, oh no, it's real. I'm like, who is this? Is this RSL? Because I remember talking to somebody, and if you're in chat, let me know who you are, who has like the season tickets, and we were talking about that on like Blue Sky and stuff. But yeah, no, I knew there was someone that I lost to on a personal level, and it's you, Pale Guy Tony. Isaiah, if you're listening, this is the person I was trying to remember. Not just me, big Bill Tone. This is the person where I was like, I think one of my like people on like Twitch, whatever. One of my, it feels weird to say one of my fans, even though like, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It's like just one of my fans. Like I don't know. It just sounds like kind of, and I'm like totally fine having like a big ego, being like very confident in my work, but like I don't know. Someone would be like, this is one of my fans. Like yeah. Dun, dun, dun. The lowdown on Wanderstop, it's cool. I'm liking it a lot, actually. Quick disclaimer, I did give this at the top. I know more people are filtering in at different times. I do know Jenny Wyndham, who works on communications at Ivy Road, which is the studio that made this game. So I, you know, am still going to say whatever I'm going to say about it, but disclosures are disclosures. Yeah, this is cool. I don't feel like this is necessarily a must play, just because, I don't know, it's not quite making me run into the streets and be like, oh my god, let me shake people down. It's not like that level, but I'm liking it. I kind of put it more at the level of Botany Manor, but better? No offense to Botany Manor, I just feel like I don't really have complaints about this game. Well, I do have some complaints about Botany Manor. The genre, I would say it's a narrative game with a tea shop simulator mechanical undercurrent. Like what I'm doing here, it's like, oh, I'm making tea, you know? This one person wants this like Vertal tea. So I did these couple steps here, right? And then now I'm going into, not this area. I'm going into here and it needs a beet. So I'm going to toss that in here. Very, to borrow Patrick's comparison, very Willy Wonka type machine. And then I also need the leaves. So yeah, this is also like a cozy game. It's a cozy game that takes the form of a narrative game mixed with a tea shop simulator. That's what I would say about this game. Brissing, as someone who struggles to play cozy games, I've been loving this game. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. And honestly, like, oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts on that. So I did not finish Persona 5 Royal. And I am gone for a week at GC and then I come back. So I don't know. It's probably not going to go great, if I'm being honest, for finishing this quarter, which is a little bit of a bummer, but there's still some hope. Okay, so I did boil the water. I put this together. I think I'm making this tea right. The fact that it's also pink is kind of giving me pause. Can you change the difficulty of this game? I don't think so. Ooh, we can make the subtitles bigger, though. Okay, gameplay. Press and hold. You can adjust some things about the game, but I don't think you can like change the difficulty. But there's not really like, so I was talking about this on Indie Council, which like Jenny is on Indie Council, is where I know Jenny from. I forgot to mention that part for like, why does it matter that Jenny worked in this game? So she did say, or like my colleagues did say, because I feel like Jenny didn't talk very much, unsurprisingly, she worked in the game, about the game. But you can like mess up orders and maybe like not finish storylines with certain characters. So like this is the character. Actually, they're not the one that wants this tea. It's the other one. Boom, I made this tea. There's no such thing as a perfect pour, though there is like one in my mind, but not mechanically. So then boom, this is the tea they wanted. I freaking hope. I think I made it right. Let's see what happens. But do they like react though to the perfect pour? Because I feel like there wasn't there's like not an animation or anything. Or is there? And I just never got it. I feel like I got a perfect pour. Do you need to do it in one swoop? Is that why they don't count my perfect pour? You brought me the ceremony of Vertal tea, as is customary in the time-honored ceremony. So boom, like, okay, I get this tea, and now I'm getting this little like story bit. That's the structure of the game. Did just finish a giant section of Split Fiction with a friend. We're sitting on the tornado warning. Oh yeah, damn, that sucks. I've been seeing different warnings throughout the country for a while. It's in one pour. Okay, I've been like, zzz, zzz, zzz. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm excited. I haven't done the Vertal ceremony in ages. I might be saying that wrong, right? There's more? Yes. Fine, wood stair boy, that's it. Very good. Come adjourn to this place of ceremony. So where is your place of ceremony? I don't have a place of ceremony because this isn't a real thing. Don't you have some kind of designated spot? The book says every town should have a ceremonial spot. Let's just do it by the willow tree. Oh, do I have to follow them to the willow tree? Is it this? Let's just go here. Are they following me? Yes, they are. I ordered Xenoblade X knowing full well my dumbass is not gonna have time to play it. Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, so this isn't like on that must play status to me necessarily. Oh, it's over here. But it's quite enjoyable. I like the act of like the, you know, making the tea, gathering the stuff. And the characters are cool. They're definitely more on that like funky wonky goofiness. I'm curious how like serious their storylines are gonna get, but yeah, it's cool. It's an enjoyable time. And I think what's nice about having this structure, like adding a more through line narrative to a cozy game that is like a tea shop simulator, it allows there to always be like this forward progression and also an end. I know for some people like the more sandboxy stuff like Animal Crossing or whatever. I mean, Animal Crossing does have an end also, but some people aren't as driven by like player creativity in games like this. Like I think everyone maybe is driven by player creativity to some degree, but it comes in different flavors, right? Maybe you're like into making special builds for your character and that's a form of player creativity. But as far as like decorating and like making a fuck ton of shit, it's like some people just aren't into that. And I think that's why non-cozy gamers have liked this game. But to that, I would say play more games in this like section of games. Like I think there are, and I talk about this a bit on Remap before I like, continue reading this thing, on Remap this week, where like I feel like when it comes to cozy games, if you don't play cozy games, you have like this very specific perception of what a cozy game is. And I think that while cozy games and cozy gaming can be a good label to sort of clump a lot of different styles of games together, and I think it is meaningful and it does mean something. There's also like I think a lot of stereotypes that have been put onto like what a cozy game is and limitations where, you know, again, a lot of people wouldn't have played this game if they didn't know that it was like from the makers of the Stanley Parable. And like, hey, we all get marketed to and appealed to in different reasons, and we have our different biases for things and things we also just like. Like there's nothing wrong with liking specific stuff. But I feel like if you never play these kinds of games and then you played this and you like this, there may be more. And we see like lots of examples of narrative cozy games, like Unpacking is a narrative cozy games. Yeah, I think a lot of people have that feeling. I'm curious how many developers have that feeling about their work. It won't really like change my opinions either way. I'm just kind of curious. I feel like, why is that? And feel free to like really answer that question. And like, 'cause I enjoy unpacking this aspect of gaming, because I do think cozy games as a label, and like, or wholesome games as well, is like another one that you see come up, has been kind of like a bit of like contention and drama in the community, like the larger gaming community. And I'm like curious to like, you know, dig into that a little bit. So here at this the spy have thusly placed the ceremonial altar. Verily, it is time now for the real ceremony to begin. So the way things work is that you start by talking about yourself, you know, opening up about your fears and your hopes and your dreams, that sort of thing. It's good to know what you're struggling with, being as vulnerable and authentic as possible. We'll spend maybe 20 minutes talking about you, and then the ceremony itself will begin. Oh, I don't want to mess with them, though. Know what you're struggling with. Any problems in life? So few problems in my life. Oh, that's an interesting problem. Maybe expand on that? I'm sad that you have to be like a jerk to everybody, because I don't want to be a jerk to people, and this game makes me be mean. I don't like being mean. I'm just an exceptional person who does everything correctly with no mistakes. It's a real life issue for me. How am I supposed to relate to others? Everyone else is just so bad at things, you know? And I'm so great. Are you sure it's really what you're struggling with? No, but I'm perfect, so I refuse to doubt myself. Well, maybe we should get on with the ceremony. Ahem. Here upon this day, our community gathers to conduct a vernal ceremony. Congenial. Today's ceremony is in honor of our special guest. Okay. Say your name. Alta. Our special guest and cherished member of the community, Alta, specifically her journey with being too perfect at everything. And so our community gathered to assist her with that. Let us offer these words of guidance during this difficult time. May you, I guess, not be so perfect all the time. Or maybe you just may be okay with others not being perfect. Yeah, that seems like it'd be a good start of solution. Let's see what else there's to say about the matter. This is hard. You didn't tell me much about yourself. There's nothing else going on in my life. So you beat the other game that was the emotional game. Ooh, what do you mean? Did you beat the other game that was emotional game? Lost Records? Bloomin' Rage? Or recent games I've beaten, Keep Driving, but I never streamed that. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, I streamed that once. Let me know which one you're talking about. But everybody has something going on. Nope, nothing at all. Blank slate. Please, I would be so honored to be part of your community. I would love to know more about you. And don't have to try and solve your problems or anything, you know? It's just, who are you? What do you care about? I'd rather like to know if you'd care to. No. Okay, I understand. Thank you very much for attending the ceremony. It is not complete. Yeah, this is definitely interesting in that, like, you have to be an ass. And I feel like, I mean, you know, it's like, how much of an ass do you want to be is like every dialogue choice, which is kind of interesting. I think the cozy moniker is kind of used to group games in a general market towards women, or at least aesthetically or thematically share those traits. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that is kind of true. Yeah, it's interesting. I do think, okay, so this is what I mean about one of the things I don't like about this game. You sweep up, right? Okay. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I won't stop sweeping. I guess you don't have to hold it down. And then boom, I can't hit A to like pick it up, and that's what I want to do. I have to stash and then to pick up. Larger gaming community sucks, so I guess I don't care too much. Anything that looks cute and chill gets labeled as a farming simulator in a demeaning way, but I also like farming simulators. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with that, let me see how I want to group these thoughts together. I think this is almost a correlation, not causation. I don't think that, yes, that was Lost Records Balloon Rage. I did finish that. I streamed all of it, so you can watch my VOD on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Gameonysus, if you missed it and want to see what I thought. It's broken up into 2 best of episodes. It's not really clearly labeled to part 1, part 2. Maybe I'll break it out and make it like a little, like a Let's Play playlist, just so that people have it for tape 1. I might just play tape 2 off stream, because I probably would just try to do that before the game, you know, before embargo or whatever. So with the cozy thing, I think it is used to group a lot of games that do end up generally getting marketed towards women, or they have like, you know, they're sort of, I think cozy games are perceived as girly games, but to that end, I kind of feel like part of people being like, oh my God, what is this cozy game? Not for me, is that like girly things are not taken seriously. I feel like action figures versus dolls, but I don't feel like these games, it is true that these games can be labeled as different genres. Like you could just label this as a narrative game and or a tea shop simulator. I would say it's half and half. I don't think either genre completely captures what this game is, in my opinion. I think you do need 2 genres, which is not unique to this game. There are many games, puzzle platformer, boom, 2 genres to explain what the game is. What about walking simulators? Like, are they cozy games? Is that the question? Or let me know. And I think like the one Nintendo Direct where everyone joked that there were farming simulators and they had 3 farming simulators. There were kind of, I mean, I did kind of feel like there were a lot of farming simulators, but I get what you mean. I do think people see like one aspect of a game and they're like, oh, I know what type of game this is. And sometimes that can be true. But in the case of like Wanderstop, it isn't. And that's not because, and I'm not saying that in a like, don't worry, it's more than a tea shop simulator, because I really like that it's a tea shop simulator. And I think it's really fun as a tea shop simulator. And I think if you like simulators, you might enjoy this. I don't think you're guaranteed to, because it does have a lot of story, and it is missing some of what people come to simulators for. Not every simulator is like go, but many of them are. Like, especially like cooking and like service sims tend to be like about efficiency and speed, and this game is about like taking things like slow and chill. It's a chill version of that. But yeah, and I think with cozy games, people assume that since they're like a cozy game is, I think people limit the genre that cozy games can take, like the more like genre flavors. And I know like some would argue, oh, cozy's a genre, cozy's not a genre. Even if it is, I would say even if it is a genre, which I would consider it a genre, it's just not like a mechanical genre. And I think that's the thing, like people, but you know, in people's defense, we do this all the time, and I do this all the time with other things. Like there are many times of where I see it's a horror game and I'm like, maybe not so much, right? But at the same time, not to toot my own horn, I will play some games that are horror games, even though I'm not a horror games person. I'm not a horror games person, but I love Resident Evil, which is a horror game. I'm down to play Silent Hill, which I didn't finish, but I was playing it. You know, I played Mouthwashing, and that's a narrative horror game. I definitely think we need more girly games, but I think we also have, which it's interesting. I forget if this episode's out, but spoilers, there's a PewDiePie Bang episode that we did on girly games. I think there are also games that have like girly qualities that we just don't talk about. And I think the thing with like women in games is we need to be careful not to, if we feed too much into the I think it's inadvertently easy to feed too much into the narrative that cozy games aren't like serious games, or they're not games on the same level as these other games. Because while trying to say that, you know, you know, I'm a woman, I don't just play cozy games, it's like, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Is there something wrong with just playing cozy games? Because you wouldn't necessarily say, I'm a man, but I don't just play, you know, FIFA or something, even though like there's lots of dudes who only play FIFA. EFC is now what it's called. Sorry, I'm trying to remember where my inventory is for these things. I don't know where my stuff is. I'm looking for, I had a cup. I had another cup I'm hitting up. Here it is. I don't know why they put it, actually I guess I know why they put it under tools, because it is technically a tool. Yeah, no, fair game, fair game. So that's what kind of gets dangerous about it. But yeah, I mean, I do think there are people that like, maybe they won't say it in these words, but you know, and maybe this is like, and I'm sure someone listening, this might apply to you, right? Where it's like, do you not like cozy games? And this is not to the person that said they don't usually play cozy games. This is just a general, because I don't know enough about you to say that this is your instance. Like, but do you not like cozy games, or do you not like girly games? And cozy games are kind of, in a way, girly games, whatever. But it's like, what really like puts you off to it? And, you know, I think not everyone needs to like every kind of game. I think that's the fun, and especially if you're just like a fan, like that's the fun of having diversity in genre. Like for me personally, I don't play any fighting games. I will never fucking play a fighting game, pretty much, not never, but because I played Smash. So again, and that's my thing too. I think as gamers, it's up to you on how diverse you want your gaming to be. But I'm genuinely of the belief that there is at least one game, if not multiple games, in every genre in every style that you like, that someone will like. It just might be hard to find. So like for me, it's easy, quote unquote, for me to find platformers that I like, because I can also get a lot of joy out of platformers that like aren't really that good, because I just love the genre so much. It's a lot harder for me to find a shooter I like, but I can. There's Helldivers 2, there's Splatoon. Like, it happens, it's just infrequent. I don't really like Souls. I really like Lies of P. It happens, but it's infrequent. I think for a big part, it's the aesthetic and the characters are like represented well in one genre, but more mechanics are more often in another. Yeah, I think that's simply because there are certain genres that are inherently like less mechanically rich in a traditional sense. Because I also think on one hand, like, we'll look at a game and say, like this game, for instance, you might say, okay, well, all you do is like you pick up shit and then you put shit together. And that is true. And you talk to people. But like in Horizon, all I do is kill robot animals. You know, it's like, okay, well, like there's different arrows though I can equip though. And yeah, there are. And I would never say that game is like mechanically boring or anything. Like, I don't think that's even people's gripe about the game, even the people that don't like it. But I think it is a little funny, even me saying now about like what's mechanically rich, what's not, because I think it's more like, again, it's more of a tradition than a fact, because I think it's just easy to like see action as more just because it is action. But are you really doing a wider set of things? I would argue no. You maybe do things more frequently. Like if there was something I slashed with a sword over and over again in this game, it's like, okay, well, like there's more going on. But is there more going on, or am I just attacking something? Speaking of which, I'm looking for, where's my broom? So that's the thing. Yeah, but I mean, these things are interesting. I don't think they're simple like answers. And also, I think as far as like cozy games and women, it's kind of part of that. There's like a long societal debate about like what is the best approach to equity and equality, right? Equity being, just for, you know, casual reminder, making something equitable. They have that little picture, right, of like someone who can't see over the fence and someone that can because they're tall enough, and they give the person that is too short a block to stand on, and that's equity. But if they're both the same height, that's equality. I'm, you know, more always pushing for equity in society, because I don't think equality, I think equality takes time, and that equity is the road to equality. But anyway, whether you want to call it equity or equality, whatever, the idea of us kind of like all being like on the same level, on the same playing field or whatever, that's like a big old debate, right? Is it better for us to form our own spaces? And I think that's kind of what you see in the cozy game movement. I feel like cozy games, part of it, you know, I think on a cynical level, you could say like, there's just a way to say like, hey, you're a lady, you probably like these things in games or whatever, because a lot of women were very drawn to the farming sim genre. But again, I think we have to remember that farming sims were not made for women. They were actually made with men in mind. Like what was this also gets talked about in PvP Bang, future episodes, spoilers for episodes. But yeah, like it's just that women got into it and then it became a women's genre. And that's something unique to like women's experience. Like that doesn't happen to men. It's not like a bunch of men are playing Street Fighter and then they're like, this is a man's genre. And part of that is just because they're so dominant in having a presence in gaming in general. Like you just don't really conceive of, oh, a lot of guys liked this one game. Okay, that means that this is that, you know. My pocket's full. Oh my god, no. It doesn't happen yet. But it happens to women because there's less women represented in gaming, and there's less, even when like half of gamers are women, there's that like, well, yeah, but mobile games. So in the console market, like, you know, women aren't as represented in game marketing rooms. There's this feeling like women aren't really as thought about. And when you look at, you know, analytics for things like a lot of podcasts, which is part of why we did PvP Bang, trying to like hopefully reach a women audience and like get more women, because we know women listen, like play games and probably consume gaming content, blah, blah. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff that could be said about this, but I'll try to shorten my point. I think cozy games they're girl games, but only, it's like a different order. You know what I mean? Like women are drawn to like, people found out that like women are drawn to certain things and now they label them as things for women, but really they're just things that like happen to have like a big women audience, but we don't do that for men. And I think another example of that is like teaching is seen as like a woman's job because a lot of women ended up doing it. But before that, like that wasn't the case. Kind of like same, you know, so yeah, like whenever that shift happens, suddenly things like, okay, now it's like there's been so many women that this is now a girly thing to do. What else is there? I guess I can't even stash this because I don't have any room. Let's put this in this room and start stashing things. Yeah. I don't even know what this is. I gotta start figuring out what stuff is. I need to stop collecting things and start making things. I don't always feel very like intuitive on this stuff. So let's put this. I didn't want to put that there, but let's put this here. So yeah, OG Harvest Moon, you could only play as a man. Yeah, and then what else? And like, I definitely want to see more games like bring in wholesome, cozy vibes. And I think you see some of that with like something like Cult of the Lamb, where like that's like a hybrid cozy game. It's only half cozy because the other part is like combat, but like it's drawn in a lot of cozy gamers, and that's cool and that's great. Oh yeah, but back to my original point. as I look, I'm just gonna look for leaves to like brush up, just to kind of like chill, kill time, whatever. And maybe like leaves to pick for my like thing. The other thing I was gonna mention is that that's the lifelong debate. Do you carve out your own space, or do you try to get like representation in the bigger space? And like, you know, you'll see examples of this with things like, you know, women's only gaming clubs or spaces, you know, women's only gyms, HBCUs. Like there are like many examples of minorities. Yes, I agree. I think it's a little bit of both. Minorities seeking out a space that's their own for just them. It's like, we're not welcomed in traditional spaces, so we're gonna make our own. And I'm cool with that, and I like that, but I do think you need a bit of both. And to me, cozy gaming, if it is just this like space for women, I think that's great. And I also feel like that's a little bit of the reason why, like, holistically in the gaming community, cozy gaming gets a little shat on. It gets a little bit like, oh my god, I'm over this. Another one of these. How many of these games? And it's like, a lot of these fucking games. There's gonna be a lot of these games, and they're you know, I hesitate to say they're here to stay in the sense that like it feels like cursed content, but yeah, like, you know what? The thing I said on like Remap was, for a while I felt like there was nothing but shooters coming out, and guess what? I had to fucking deal with it because that's just how it was. And now it's like, again, I actually like a lot of different games, and I've played many games before cozy games became a mainstream conceit or something that people like directly aim to do. But I love these games also, you know? And I think to a degree, there are elements of these games that speak to me on levels that mainstream gaming doesn't necessarily. And in that way, I do feel like, sure, when someone makes a platformer, I think they're making a game for me. But when someone makes a cozy game, I feel like they're also making a game for me. Like, I want something cute and fun and cool. I have to pick these things back up because I think I'm out of pocket space. We need a bigger pocket, but also I need to just like be more chill about this game, I guess. Also, the issue is everything really is a gradient. It's hard to find a hard line in the space. Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting too, because on one hand, it's like, does the cozy gaming community, you know, maybe the developers, just because, hey, bigger audience means like more chances to like sell stuff and make your living. Nothing wrong with that. Gaming is a business, right? It's like, oh, do we even want more of a mass appeal in a sense too, right? Because I wouldn't say that, like, and this got brought up on Remap also. Again, I think it's a good conversation if you're looking to hear more about like this kind of stuff. Because me and Rob and Kato and Patrick talk about it a bunch this week. But I don't think it's necessarily like cozy games are made to alienate the bros, but I think it's a happy benefit that it does, kind of, you know? Just in the sense that I think, you know, there's like a space for women in games. But I also think, you know, there's a lot of spaces that can be for women in games as well. But I think there's definitely, you know, there's a danger. Should I get a Taco Bell snack tonight? Sure, why not? I don't fuck with Taco Bell, but like, if that's you chasing your bliss, I think you should do it. But yeah, I hesitate to like, I think there's always this desire of this idea of like graduating. Like, oh my, you know, hey, my girlfriend only plays Animal Crossing. How do I get her into real games now? You know, and they won't say it like that. You know, the write-ins, I've been on so many podcasts that have been like, how do I get my girlfriend into gaming? But there is this idea of like needing to graduate, and I don't know why like that is. And I'm all for like expanding, you know, people expanding their palette if they desire to, but if they don't, they shouldn't need to. And also, like, we don't hear the inverse. It's not like women are like, how do I get my man to stop playing whatever? I mean, they just want them to stop gaming in general because some of them take it too far. But there isn't that, like, how do I get him to play real games like Harvest Moon? And that would sound kind of silly because, again, we don't conceive of those games as, like, if anything is a real game, it's not that, societally, which is bad. I realize I just want a more queer Final Fantasy. I mean, I believe someone is in the lab making that game for you. Will it be a good game? Maybe not. I don't know. There are so many games that have great ideas that break my heart when they don't end up being the way I hope they would turn out. But yeah, I mean, I think there's like a huge, like fantasy, like the queer community runs deep in the fantasy community. I mean, look at Baldur's Gate. Super fantastical, super queer, super successful. And I think people, I feel like, I know Final Fantasy doesn't actually have like explicitly, at least not to my knowledge, just like gay stuff in it, but like that game feels kind of gay though. You know what I mean, right? It's like, okay, like Tifa and Aerith, like those are girlfriends. Like, I don't know, Sephiroth's Cloud's toxic ex-boyfriend. Like, I don't know, like they feel like this is basically like a queer game, right? I assume accessibility of cozy games versus real games also helps push that inclusionary mindset. I actually don't know like how often, you know, I'm not really good at clocking like accessibility on that level. Though there are many critics that are great. Yeah, let me hit allow on that. The big queer vibes with the twinks and the lesbians. Yeah, there's definitely, yeah, like Final Fantasy is definitely, that's the thing too. It's like you're already playing cozy games and queer games all the fucking time. It's just, I think some, you know, kind of, term permitted gay. For some reason it won't let me permit the other, I don't see the other one in my mod view, so apologies for that from Brissing's thing. When I opened the chat, it didn't have that view for me. Cool. Okay. I need to like deal with all this stuff in my pockets. I have so much crap. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see what's going on with you, Demon Hunter. I had a thought, would you mind if we did their ceremony? Okay, again. I put you on the spot. I was supposed to lead by example. I was supposed to guide and uplift. There's a movement, so Joe went up first. I'm sorry. So what if we did a ceremony and this time I'll talk about myself instead? I think what works for me in this game is that while some aspects of it are a bit surface level, I think there are enough surprises to offset the ways that is surface level. Yeah, like it's just, there's weird stuff thrown in that I think helps make it feel refreshing. Like, okay, there's this this demon hunter kind of thing. It's just like there's like a lot of, I don't know, there's like funky stuff that keeps you on your toes a little bit. Like I don't know if I'm gonna leave this game being like, I had some deep thoughts about burnout. But I feel like there are also like some good stories in here. Like again, the earlier one with Alta being like, I feel like I didn't really have a best friend, and I had this guy that just kind of became my friend, and he talked shit about my dad, and I hit him, and I don't even know why I did that. And it's like, yeah, like okay. I love Alta as a character. I love that she's a bit of an a-hole. Yeah, it's like you don't get a lot of assholes, you know, in games in general, especially cozy games. Like, oh, there's your government mandated asshole. Yay, it's so rare for me to get to say nice stuff. I kind of hope that they give me more nice stuff later, but I almost like don't want them to because I feel like this is the vibe. Do you have any mint flavor that you could add to it? I just really like mint. Some mint would probably calm me down a bit. Folks speaking nurse. Rural tea with mint flavor. Okay. Cool. I have so much crap in my pockets. I need to stop harvesting stuff because there's not a lot of places to put it. Maybe I should just like drop a bunch of things on the ground. And then I don't know how to like use this photo. Maybe I can ask him about the photo. Oh, see, boom. He did compliment me. You didn't have to do it in one go. Ah, yes, it just seemed like something you would say. In fact, it's gonna be quite lovely too. Miss Joe, but also frowns all as well. Great advice, thank you. No, it's not something Miss Alta would say at all. Don't worry, we'll be having plenty of opportunities to practice that classic Alta Boro banter. The Book of Answers. Perhaps you've already seen it. Miss Alta is a very special book. It's old and sacred. You see the Book of Answers and exactly what to meet the needs of each customer. Ah, okay. Answers are in the book. Interesting. Cool. Now using book. Okay, but I use it sometimes. Cool. It's like a guide. Can you explain what's wrong with me? Well, it's possible. I'm just gonna kind of go through this just because I want to see what other stuff he has. I don't know what that is. Our shop radio appears to be having some problems. Have you noticed the radio yet in the corner? It's old and finicky. You see the dials getting stuck. Okay. Yep, I know about that. Okay, I know about the radio. He came back already? How nice. How's that possible? He comes been gone for days. Very strange, no? It seems the time's moving faster in the forest than it does in this clearing. Which means you can run off into the forest and your tea will still be hot when you return. Yeah, I'll take this. Oh, you do? Oh my gosh. The forest is strange and magical. Oh my gosh, that's funny. This concludes our presentation. Yeah, there's some nice little, like, jokey jokes in here. I want to know, can I put up this photo? There's, like, photo spots, but I don't know how to put it up. Finally, okay. Thank God, okay. Let's get this tea going. First, I guess I'll just pour this out. Well, actually, yeah, because well, can I kick it back? Can I move the stuff back to add just mint to it? Nah, it doesn't go in reverse. Okay, well. I know it's like not a big deal to waste the tea, but it always feels like kind of a waste. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, cool game, chill game. Yeah, overall I recommend it. I'm just not like, oh my god, this is like, oh god, will this be on my top 10 for the quarter one? There's a chance for sure. There's definitely a chance. Sorry, I just ran like in circles. We have this. And then the beet. Just give me a beet. Can I already put the cup down before I pour? So we can do it all in like one thing. I think I can. Yeah. Okay, well, look how efficient we are. Go up to the top. Top, top, top. Tippy, tippy, top. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, bring back jerk rivals in Pokemon. I agree. But then we have to boil it. Doop. And then I need to get the mint though. Yeah, I know. I was literally just said I need the mint. For the beet, we have this thing. Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna get the mint from. Where is mint? How do I get this mint? Mint. Into you, into you, into you, into you, and to you, and to you. Yes, anyway. Yay, I get a camera now. Okay, cool, cool. I've been burned in the past. What's the story of you getting burned? Oh dear, once upon a time Boros set out colored markers for our customers to use on the walls. You can show you it didn't take long for me to be rescinding this policy. I was putting some unusual drawings, but oh goodness. Anyways, terrible memory. I'm repressing you down. Nothing to be concerned about. This information you forgot. Okay, cool. I was wondering when I'm gonna get this camera. Okay. Maybe it's like the stuff that's here. These are like mushrooms though. Description of the fruits will give hints. Oh, the chip chip. Chip chip. Okay, I think it's the chip chip. That would be my guess. That's what's minty. And that's like the carrot thing. Yeah, chip chip. Okay, let's go with that and see if that works. Chip chip. But yeah, there's no timers on anything. It's like all very chill. Ooh. Well, if this isn't right, it's gonna taste really nasty, so. Okay, we need a little bit more. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It's definitely worth it in this game. Oh, like Skyrim. Yeah, I have been wanting to read the books. I just haven't done that yet. Let's see. I really like that you can do this. I know I just can see him from here, but see where people are and all that. Ah, thank you so much. What is that beautiful mint taste? Perfect, just perfect. Okay, great. I'm ready for the ceremony. Yeah, the puffins. Oh, my cup away, and then I'll meet you there. Mm-hmm. La 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 la. Where are the puffins? There they are. Can I take one over on them? Oh, sweet. All right, the altar is set up. Okay, we gather to do the ceremony. I'm the demon hunter who aids and assists the needs of the community. Hold on, what's your actual name? Oh, well, we're actually not supposed to use names when we're on quest. According to the hunter's manual, use of one's name can be seen as a sign of egotism and self-absorption. It is better to be only seen as a demon hunter in the service of the community. No more, no less. So yeah, sorry. That rule makes perfect logical sense. Good, these rules have been refined for thousands of years, so they gotta be correct. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. I'm a member of the Demon Hunters Society. Society more than 6,000 years old. Wow, so old. Hang on a second. When are you going to start killing demons? I want to watch a demon die. Oh, right. Well, about that. I mean, there aren't really, you know, like that many demons alive anymore. So we kinda, I mean, we killed almost all of them already. But this is a testament to the ruthless efficiency of the Order of Demon Hunters. But then why are you here? Oh, well, since there are so few demons left to kill, demon hunters had to start finding other ways to help. You know, like helping around the community, doing social work, that sort of thing. These days, civic unrest causes far more problems than demons do, statistically speaking. So, you know, it's where we can make the most impact statistically. Or you could just stop calling yourselves demon hunters. What? No, do you know how much history the Demon Hunters has? No way. What would it be like if the Sun Zealots disbanded just because they finally slayed the Moon King? No way. Anyway, to get back on track, this is my first quest to my new community. So I'm here to assess the needs of the community and then provide whatever support I can. The community is to demonstrate cool magic. They never taught us much magic in school. Years ago, I knew how to make a smoke cloud. I could try that. That sounds great. All right, well, here it goes. Is that it? That's super hard to do. I haven't had to make one of those in years. I guess I thought it would be more smoke. Magic like this is just for fun. We don't actually use it for anything. Besides, my role here isn't to do magic, it's to provide direct help for people. I'm sworn to help this community, and I will stick to that commitment no matter what. Are there any questions at this point? Who's the nastiest demon in history? The nastiest? Yeah, someone real nasty, real sick. Tell me about a bad demon. Gosh, well, I guess Murgmur, a colossal demon from ancient age and fed exclusively on orphans. Apparently he ate over 5,000 orphans in his lifetime. That's a lot of orphans. I know. For Murgsmur, why don't you like Taco Bell? I just feel like it's like nasty fake Mexican food. And I didn't grow up on like Taco Bell. Like I haven't consumed much Taco Bell in my life. And I think Taco Bell is the kind of food that like it's like sitting in a pot of water before it boils. It's like that kind of thing. But I feel like eating Taco Bell without having grown up eating Taco Bell, it's like stepping into hot water and you're like, why the fuck would I be in here? This shit's hot as fuck. And everyone who likes Taco Bell is like, I don't really think it's hot. What do you mean? Feels pretty much, it's kind of warm, I guess. Yeah. I don't think I do though. Do I need another fast food that I like? I think liking more fast foods is only gonna hurt me at this point. You know what I mean? I know it's not Mexican food, but it's just like, that's even worse. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it's for me. It's not my vibe, not my bag. Fast food burgers, sure. Oh, Raising Cane's, Popeyes. I mean, for flavor and stuff, probably some McDonald's. I try not to fuck with McDonald's anymore, you know, one of many boycotts, but yeah. I also like, those are probably my top 3. I also do really love, I don't know if you count it as fast food, but I love Shake Shack. Is Shake Shack fast food to people? Isaiah once said it's not fast food if they don't have a drive-through. So I guess on that note, Popeyes maybe isn't. I like In-N-Out, but I really just don't go there that often. In-N-Out is dope. I like fuck with In-N-Out, but I'm way more likely to eat Popeyes or Raising Cane's. And like, if you can give me any like fast food at any time, I probably would go with Raising Cane's. Yeah, I love Shake Shack. Shake Shack is also high up there. Honestly, Shake Shack might be my number 1. Okay, Popeyes does have drive-thru. I feel like I haven't seen Popeyes drive-thru. Yeah, Shake Shack, that's what I'm thinking. It's kind of like bougie fast food. It's also expensive as fuck. Yeah, it's quick service. Yeah, so that's why, like, classic fast food. And like, I'm cool with like, honestly, you know what I want to try again? White Castle, because I like that the burgers are so small, but they're not very good, I don't think. So it's like, I don't know. All right, off track, my apologies. Yeah, twice as much as any. Yeah, dude, it's like literally, God, I forgot. Like, you ever DoorDash Shake Shack? It's like $1 million. Let me see the last time I dashed Shake. Well, that's when I got Shake Shack. The last time I got Shake Shack, it actually kind of sucks because I was really hungry by the time I ate it. So I didn't even really get to enjoy it because I was like straight up like starving. $53. Another time was fucking $78. Did I get food for 3 people? It might have been, for the memo I wrote being bad. That's like all I wrote in it. Howling Rays is cool too, but that's like not fast food. That's definitely quick casual kind of vibe. I might have gotten 3 meals though that day that I was $78, but that's still like, say, that's like a video game. It's a AAA full retail price. Doesn't think I think of anything else. I'll conclude the ceremony. We're done. The ceremony's over. Cool, bye. Wait, hold on a second. I suppose you feel like saying anything more about you. You know, if you want. No. Okay, yeah, gotcha. It's totally okay. This is definitely, you know what this game is giving? It's giving Hallmark Holiday a little bit. Del Taco can be better too. Yeah, I also haven't really tried Del Taco very much. Yeah. We'll see. But again, I don't think I really need to add more to the fast food infinity stones that I have going on, you know? I really need to manage all of my shit. I have so much shit. Have I had that one? No, I haven't had this flavor of stuff. How do you feel about Video Kojima? What do you mean Video Kojima? Video Kojima? Is this a reference to the Death Stranding 2 trailer? Because I have not seen that. Because I wasn't on a podcast where we talked about Death Stranding 2, I'm like, I don't have to watch this trailer then. Because I haven't played the first one, really. So not only would I not have much to contribute, but I also would be like, okay. Oh, okay. No, it was a typo for Hideo. That makes so much more sense. But I was like, did he appear as a video in his trailer? Like video Kojima. Hideo Kojima, I am kind of a Kojima stan. I'm not going to lie. I know that is kind of its own brand of toxicity in some ways. I do agree that he should stop naming his women characters Fragile and Mama and making them be naked to breathe through their skin. Little stuff like that. I'm kind of like, maybe not my favorite part. But I am a huge Metal Gear fan. Metal Gear Solid 2 was one of the most impressive games to me ever when I was a kid. And I still think it is really cool and really remarkable. And I fuck with the fact that he does weird shit and that he be doing weird shit. He's horny on main. I think I do follow him somewhere, but I haven't seen anything from him being like weird on main, but maybe he rocks with that. But I did not play Death Stranding. It came out during a time. Wait, yeah, I know. I want some tea. That's what it was. It came out when Luigi's Mansion 3 came out, and I was assigned to do stuff for Luigi's Mansion 3, which I was totally cool with because I love Luigi's Mansion. So I just never got around to playing Death Stranding. Spoilers, I will be playing it for the American Heart Association fundraising. Like me, my brother, and Isaiah will be playing through it while we raise money for the Heart Association. So that'll be really fun. Yeah, and I have no idea what I'm going to think. I know what everyone else thinks for the most part because I've existed online. But yeah, I fuck with Kojima's stuff for sure. Okay, what's this tea gonna... But yeah, look, y'all, this is the same mug. This is the same mug.
Who would I say has wronged me? I mean, it's weird because obviously I've fought all of these rivals. People who have tried to tear me down in all sorts of ways. And I do resent a lot of them. But bizarrely...
See, I thought I already got this. Did I not already? I'm just gonna let this run so I can get the stamp.
Was when I was 14 years old. My father came home from work, and he sat us down and told us that his job didn't exist anymore. We were going to move homes again. I was going to say goodbye to everything again. And it's like, he lost his job. That's what I remember. That he was weak. Why should I have to change my whole life around because he was too weak to hold on to something? That's how I felt at the time. Then, years later, I learned it actually hadn't been his fault at all. It was something totally outside of his control. So in theory, I should have been able to forgive him and move on, right?
Do you feel emotion? I actually do think this is like a cool little story.
For some reason, I couldn't. It was like the anger had dug trenches in my chest. There was nothing I could do. There was no amount of rational explanation.
I just watched this already, so it's like not gonna hit.
I still feel that anger. Even now. I don't understand.
See, and this is what's interesting. I guess I thought every tea was gonna like elicit something new. And I feel like this doesn't. Like, what? What do you mean? Maybe it's like I need just the... Maybe it was just redoing the chip one because it has the mint in it. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was the same difference as drinking the chip plant. Because I've only gotten 2 memories. The Azzy fruit and the chip. And yeah, they didn't give me the beets. So I guess it's because I mixed it in. So it doesn't count. But... Alright, well, that was a little bit of a bummer. But I understand now how the game works in that regard. This is so cute. It's how you watch this stuff. But yeah, this was cool. I like this game. I'm enjoying my time with it. I think it's worth your time, generally speaking. Obviously, you know, like any game, you gotta know what you're looking for as a player. This is definitely more of a narrative game that has a mechanical wrapping of the tea management stuff. But I'm enjoying both aspects of that. I am excited to see where character storylines go. it's definitely like wonky in tone. So I don't know how sincere it's gonna end up getting, but right now it's not insincere. It's just like a very much like fantasy kooky flavor to more serious subject matter. Serious subject matter. Because it's not like it's like the guy, the demon dude. It's not like he's dealing with something traumatic. It's just like this idea of, well, what does it mean to be useful in society? And you know, he's holding on to this title just for the sake of like the history, even though like his craft is basically obsolete. And it's like that kind of invites some interesting things, but I don't know how much the game itself is going to be exploring the interesting things that it evokes. But to repeat something I said earlier, I think the elements of the game that are a bit surface level are redeemed by how unpredictable the details of everything else are. Like, you know, saying like, oh, can you do some magic? It's like, oh, not really. I can do this smoke cloud, and it's like this nothing smoke cloud. Little stuff like that is appealing to be checking out. Yeah, the only thing that I'm kind of like, is I feel like since I hit that pocket limit, I'm trying to figure out like what to do with stuff. And I do feel like this is a game where you need to be like moving the story forward. You can't just like start going too wild with the gardening stuff. So I do think I need to shift myself to like pushing the story forward a little bit more, just because I think the game is designed a bit more around that way. But yeah, y'all, thanks for hanging out. Make sure you stick around because we will be doing our raid. Before we do our raid, I want to give a shout out to everyone viewing, following, subbing, moderating, and of course my sponsors over on Patreon. You too can join over on patreon.com/Gameonysus with rewards as low as the $1 all the way up to the $25 tier. That $25 tier is for my sponsors. Who are my sponsors, you might say? It's folks like Nina McKee, Kevin Fair, and people such as Spencer Icasiano, Randleton, and Biscuits with Davey. Thank you for helping me do what I do when I do what I do.